With me while I show you what I'm eating today as a white transmasculine, femme non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically Leo, culturally Jewish, Unitarian, Universalist, non-monogamous, STEM Leo, romantic, gray, demi-bisexual, a survivor of acute complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery.
That's that bullshit! Ooh, sorry, I'm a little punchy on the keys. What's up, everybody? Thanks for being here. It's TGIS. I spilled coffee on my desk. It is what it is. Tonight, gonna have an awesome time. Gonna have an awesome time because one of my best friends in the biz, the guy who actually helped me kind of cut my teeth, so to speak, we're gonna hang out. And I gotta let you all know right off the bat, I am lucky enough, fortunate enough to now have the services of producer Scott. If you all know Scott Hughes and his super producing skills over on 3POA podcast and, you know, some other places, you know that Scott is very good with starring chats, controlling chats, things like that. The busier that my chat gets, I have been, I don't want to say floundering, but, you know, was doing the best that I could for a one-man band, so to speak. But that being said, we got producer Scott and Wolverines, hell yeah. So that being said, I'm jazzed. We're gonna talk about the power of pop culture. Pretty broad topic, actually, if you think about it, because I didn't know this. Apparently, there's like 15 different definitions of what pop culture means if you freaking Google it. So, yeah, I checked several different places and I got several different definitions of what is pop culture. So I guess we're going to leave that open to interpretation. If, you know, your definition of pop culture differs from somebody else's in the chat, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because then we get a, you know, kind of a broader spectrum of things. Apparently Kenzo has the power. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure you do. Yeah, I'm sure you do. So that being said, yeah, I don't see again, right? I'm still trying out a few things. See, I got this, but I get a little pre-punchy, you know what I mean? But currently, I have an empty box right here. And my good friend, Jay Bartlett, this guy's YouTube channel has exploded in the past couple of years. We'll probably get into that. But yeah, I'm super happy for him. I couldn't be more proud of him. This guy He did a documentary with our friend Rob McCallum. Jay and Rob grew up together, called Nintendo Quest, well over a decade ago. And that documentary kind of propelled them on a certain life path, which I'm glad they took. After Nintendo Quest, they did Action Figure Adventure. Then they did Action Figure Adventure Season 2, where they were raising money for charitable foundations, which I thought was freaking awesome. And then they did Nintendo 64 Quest and have recently announced Super Nintendo Quest. I'm still trying to get this guy to freaking stream Russian Attack on the NES on his channel, but I don't know if he's going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend Jay Bartlett.
Camera on? Is this thing on? Oh, hey, guy.
What's going on? Up, Jay? What are you doing? It's good to see you, buddy.
What are you doing? I'm working on my
nothing. But it's been a while since you and I have hung out, and I feel contractually obligated right off the bat because I'm sure somebody's waiting for it. Do it, dog.
There it is, buddy.
Out of the way.
There it is. Like that's what we've been waiting for this whole time.
Now we can end the show.
Okay,
gotcha.
Good night, everyone. See you later. I'll see you.
What's up, brother? How have you been?
I've been pretty okay. It's been a rough summer, but we're getting out of that. We're getting into the fall, and I'm personally excited for that. I'm really excited to see you, dude. And lots of people in the chat that I've not seen in a while. Hello, everyone. It's good to see all of you here. So yeah, I'm super excited, buddy.
Look, kids, it's Jim.
These guys over here, Jim.
Did you see? And look, producer Scott, he freaking started. You remember this? Kind of going back a bit.
Yes, one of your guys said that. I was wearing a Cobra like Adidas jacket that I got in the year 2002 at a convention. And I don't know. I don't lose my temper often. You know that. But it's kind of funny. It's like they called me, someone in your chat called me the guy with the Cobra hoodie. And I was just like, hold on a second here. Hold on a second.
Whoa. I'm not just some guy.
Whoa. I'm the guy.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm the guy.
Yeah. So no, it's good to be here. Hi, how's everyone's toy collecting going? I hope you're getting all the dollies of your dreams. And I do miss talking about it. I miss Friday Night Versus. A few people have said that already. So I'm flattered that you guys still remember that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, for sure. Bear 11 Charlie says, super excited for Chad and Jay back together again. Aw, yeah.
Thanks, Charlie. Good to see you, buddy.
Let me ask you a question. Speaking of pop culture, if we were Batman and Robin, who's Robin?
Oh, me. 100%. 100%.
Why?
Well, you have, I guarantee, more intelligence. You have more military intelligence. You could probably punch someone's head off. You could probably do a cool backflip. I guarantee you have Batman underoos. Well, I know that for a fact, but that's a whole other thing. You're taller, and you have the chin, dude. You have the Batman chin. Come on. Dude, this took 40 years to grow. Like, no, you for sure. You're Batman. I'm Robin.
Okay. The taller I will take.
Out of all that?
Out of all of that. The fact that the height thing, sure.
That's
but
fair.
You would be a badass rock and roll Robin.
I would be I like who is it? Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin.
Really?
Because he's out of control. He doesn't listen. He's just a little guy.
I'm leaving.
Oh, well, who do you like?
Yeah, Tim Drake, dude. Come on.
Tim Drake. Yeah, Tim Drake's cool. He's cool too. But see, I'm not one of these guys where it's like you gotta just pick this one and everything else is wrong.
Right.
It's like you like your Robin, I like my Robin, but you're wrong.
So I have been working very hard on my Batman displays in my game room, and the only two Robins that I have displayed are Tim Drake and Damian Wayne, because I have, obviously Nightwing and Red Hood as their representations, but I do have a Damian Wayne standing on a gargoyle. So
yeah, I liked. I saw that picture that you posted on socials. I love it, man. I think that's a good setup.
yeah,
You're
thanks.
saying when the Joe room's pretty daunting, so when you take a break from that, go and do some other things in the game room and such. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, well, and plus it's, as I'm unpacking stuff in here, there's stuff that needs to go in there. And so, that room is smaller and so on and so forth. It's not like, a 40-year GI Joe collection. It's just, it's a little more contained, but
yeah, for
yeah.
sure. For sure.
How's your dolly collecting? I know that, you've kind of been going more back towards your gaming, your video game roots and things like that, speaking of Nintendo Quest and so on and so forth, but are you still dollying it up? I mean, I know you still have all your toys. Jay hates toys.
Yeah. I saw actually Laser Pants in the chat, and it was on his Instagram. I saw that new street level Frank Miller Daredevil, I think. I saw it on his Instagram, and I was like, oh man, that's right up my alley for sure. Haven't bought too much. Looking at finishing up the 2008 Hasbro Indiana Jones line. I'm almost done that. As far as new stuff goes, no, man, I'm completely checked out of that rat race. And hey, hang on, no offense to anybody, that's just me for sure. I just tired of buying the same figures over and over again. But the retro stuff is going good. But I wouldn't mind that Daredevil if I came across it, which he's probably like $80, but I bet he's up there.
I'm sure some of us in the States, I know at least one guy, we'll take care of you when it comes to that Daredevil.
Oh, that's kind. I hope it's not like an exclusive at Target or something. I hope it's just go to the damn store and buy the damn dolly and leave me alone.
Somebody's going to put it in the chat immediately. Somebody's going to be like, "Oh, well, it's blah blah blah." Ryan knows, so I'm sure most people.
Yeah, I got it. I saw it for the first time off Laser Pants Instagram. I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know that was a thing." I was like, "Oh, that's beautiful." Daredevil's my guy, so I'm excited for that.
I thought about getting that Daredevil and putting some kind of a chump looking head on it, for like a street level idiot for Batman to whoop up on. I don't know. So.
That's what our good buddy Matt Tracker Rubin was saying, that would be a good thug figure as well. And I would agree if the thing wasn't, because the packaging and the way it looks, I guarantee it's not going to be a common price. It's going to be up there. If it was a common price, I'd say go for it.
Yeah, sure. Crusty Old Crow said if Target gets it, Toys R Us gets it in the North. Yeah, but I can buy it for Jay for a lot less than Jay's going to buy it for. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, our dollar up here in Canada that's not so good over here. It's not so good. Not so good.
Yeah. And modern current day toys have been going up again, and the prices are increasing. And speaking of, Hasbro, they just announced their move from Pawtucket, Rhode Island to Boston, and somebody's got to pay for that.
Dude, I saw
your dolly collectors.
Your social post on Law and Order $61.99.
Yeah, that was GameStop, but still,
dude, that's US. That's like $85 here.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people miss the point of why I posted that. It wasn't like a Chicken Little thing. It was just that, like, prices go up and prices go up, and then some retailers inflate the price at their leisure, and then when does it end? It has nothing to do with Hasbro or Classified. It just has to do with like prices. And I don't, how many times has Classified gone up in price since the line came out? I know some people have argued that it's gone up at least once a year since the line launched. And it's nothing against Classified. It's just the business, I can get vintage toys, and I know this. You can get vintage toys easier, cheaper. I don't see it making sense. It doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, last time we were together, we talked about this, and I think it's never going to end until people stop paying the prices. And again, chat. This is not a reflection on you guys. This is just me and my personal experience. So please keep that in mind. It's just when you decide that, okay, that new Daredevil figure is $100, that's a little too much. But the problem is we keep paying for it. So they're like, okay, well, how about another $3? How about another $4 next year? And we're like, oh man, these are getting expensive, but we still buy it and we still buy it. So they're getting away with it. Right.
Yeah.
That's, we talked about this too, dude. I was priced out of new stuff. Not for not being able to afford it, but I just will not pay those prices anymore. So
yeah, totally understandable. Let's hit a couple of starred chats real quick. Curb Stomp, channel member for 17 months. That's a day one channel member. Very cool.
What's up, buddy?
Thank you, Curb Stomp. Says Replay Squad, 2 legends together again. Oh,
rock on, yeah.
Replay Squad's always appreciated, my friend. Always appreciated. Thank you very much, Curb Stomp. And then, speaking of which, I know you know this guy, the Mighty Mutron, channel member for 17 months. Again, thank you very much, sir. Use this as Chad Chat trademark. This freaking guy. Jay and Chad back outside the quick stop like it's 1994. Do it, Doug. Have a great stream, guys. You know what? I got this for you. Yeah.
Look at me, you sloppy bitch.
Yeah, just because I had to. it may not fit there, but yeah.
I forget that actor's name. It's Ethan something, but I love how Scott Mosier played Willem in the first Clerks, and then Ethan took over, and he was much more sloppier than Mosier was. But Mosier was more of like a stoner. Anyway,
right.
Neutron, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. Awesome, dude. And then Tristan says, I would have thought that the definition of pop culture means popular culture, but what do I know? Yeah, I'm telling you, if you have 3 minutes of your life to completely waste, check it out. There's like 20 different definitions. Mother Slug says, just made it. I'm so lucky. Found at local Target the new Major Blood classified for $7. What? Figure didn't even get priced and placed on shelf. 1 blood per shipping box is garbage. Do you remember when that used to be called a chase figure? Remember that? Now it's just like par for the course.
Let's go back to 95, right, and talk about Power of the Force, where Leia was a chase figure, but she was never labeled a chase figure. It was just there was only 1 per case.
Short pack, yeah.
They didn't make as many Leias, yeah. That was when it was like fun, right? I thought it was fun to try and find that Leia. Who remembers the Power of the Force Star Wars? Come on. We all do. I do.
Yeah, this guy over here, this guy. Well, that's cool, Mother Slug. Glad to hear it, man. $7. That's a freaking score. Good job.
Indeed.
Yeah. Zaymont Rogue says, we wouldn't say floundering, Chad, more like you're losing at it in spectacular fashion. Oh, yeah, he's talking about keeping up with the chat. But now I keep up with the chat. Thanks to Scott.
And that's a good problem to have when it's going this fast. It's awesome.
You and I have discussed this. I've discussed this with Ryan and Scott and so many other people. The inside joke with my streams is that I'm always like at least a half hour behind. But, and this isn't aimed at anyone, this is just for me. I don't just read member and super chats. I try to talk to everybody. I try to let everybody get their shit up on the screen. I don't know. That's just me. Thank you, Zaymont Rug. I appreciate it.
Good way to be, man. It's like you and I, we wouldn't be doing what we do without people. So how could you not? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you see all this stuff about YouTube and the new algorithm and the AI? And dude,
the recommend video on off, or not recommend video, it's a restricted mode on or off. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of YouTubers talk about that. Yeah.
I've been hit by it twice already. I had the live chat replay turned off on one stream, and then the next week I had the chat for the replay, right? Because you can watch the live chat in replay, or when you're watching the replay, you can comment. So I've had both turned off on 2 different streams. It was really weird. And then after the second one, I was like, you know what? Screw this. So I reached out to them and they were like, oh, well, it's to protect families and children. And I'm like, from what? What? Like, it's like, it even says my channel's for 18 and over.
Yeah.
It says not for kids. Nothing's changed. Your AI is just turning shit off. And dude, the views go down. So
I've noticed that in my last 2 videos. The views have gone down. And even like my live replays for my game streams, they do okay usually, right? They're up there just more for just to keep track of what I've done kind of thing. And yeah, even those are, some of the chats will get turned off and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, this is going to turn into a whole other thing, but I think somebody's got to get a hold of this AI. How there's no government regulation for this. Let me tell you something, Chad. Okay, I'm a Canadian. Okay, our prime minister, his name's Mark Carney. And I was watching YouTube videos as I usually do the other day, and an AI video of Mark Carney came up as a YouTube ad, and it started talking about how you, fellow Canadians, can make $1,000 a day just by scanning this QR code. An AI of our prime minister. Like, how is this allowed to happen, dude? How is this allowed to happen? It's crazy to me. It's like someone's gonna have to reel this in, or we're gonna be in trouble, man. Like,
you know what that is?
That's that bullshit.
Yeah. So that being said, that topic is going to be discussed between myself, Duarte Studios, and Quentin J. Bedwell, because they're both, independent creators and things like that. Quentin does a lot of comic books. Duarte does, everything, diorama, toy, things like that. So we're gonna beat that topic up in a couple of weeks. Yeah, because I have some very strong opinions about AI in all of our pop culture. Even though you and I aren't really here to discuss that, it's still right. It's a free form conversation, but
I think there should be, we won't keep going on about this. As a creator, I know this is boring to the chat, but as a creator, there's a section that says, has anything been altered in your video by AI? Yes or no? Okay. I think if it is yes, then I think just as you get paid, if you have your video sponsored or paid promotion, it says that at the beginning. The beginning should just have that in the corner, say, this is an AI video, or there's AI parts in this video.
Yeah.
At the very least, it should have that kind of warning. But
yeah. And then like my final word on that before we move off of the whole AI kerfuffle. I am adamantly like 100% line in the fucking sand. Hang on one sec. Oh, geez, Hal. Just stare at that picture for a second. I am, if it's AI thumbnails, no. If it's AI music, no. That's just me. That's me for me. I don't hold it against anybody who does, but I will make my thumbnails the old-fashioned way. My music, I paid for it by somebody who wrote it, and recorded it. So, I mean, you and I are musicians, right?
Yeah.
And nobody got time for that. Can you put Hal's comment back up, Scott? I'm sorry. I just missed that whole thing, dude. Anyway, so yeah, we'll just move off of the AI thing, but yeah, it is what it is. Batstan says, I'm slowly rebuilding my collection after the tragic fire. My burns healing and moving. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's had a rough go.
Man. That's freaking terrible. All the love to you, Batstan. And then Hal Jordan, with this very informative picture there, says, just give me an AI holodeck with a Sydney Sweeney program. Get out of here with that bullshit.
So she's like the Denise Richards now of that generation. Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, she's the Pamela Anderson, Denise Richards.
Who she is, but I understand why people like her. I get it. trying to figure it out. Okay.
She's a woman, you know,
Yes.
and
Yep.
we're not even going to get into that. We're not even no, we're not going to.
She's a
Thank you, Hal.
woman.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Zaymot Rogue said, dropped a boatload on Eagle Force figures last week. I got 30 of my favorite action figures on the way to my house. Dolly's satisfied, that almost needs a cigarette to complete. Dude, that's awesome.
Very cool. Very
Just
cool.
like the old school Eagle Force. You know, that leads to another thing. Speaking of pop culture, part of pop culture, those of us who are, you know, content creators, YouTubers, whatever. The term dolly for action figures.
Mhm.
Let's talk about that for a second, because
My
that
favorite.
actually came from you and Rob.
Yeah.
But a lot of people now say it.
And I'm glad it's caught on. I can't confirm that we're the ones to coin it, but we
I heard it from you.
Rob and I started saying it because we thought we would make fun of ourselves before anyone else got a chance, being, you know, 40 somethings collecting toys and being so into it. So we're just like, and if you know Rob, let me just tell you, you're not going to make fun of Rob. I'll just tell you that, 'cause he won't allow that. But so we came up with the term dollies as a term of endearment and a way to make fun of ourselves before someone else got in. So there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. And then I heard it from you guys. I loved it. I appreciated the fact of, you know, we can crack jokes at ourselves and it's okay. Like, we can have fun with this because they're toys. They're little plastic people. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun and funny and all that stuff. And I loved the idea of it. And so, you know, I just took what you guys kind of put out there and I carried it on. And now so many people, dollies,
Great.
dollies.
I love it. I think it's good. I'm glad it's lived on. Darth's asking what I'm drinking. Black coffee. There you go, buddy.
I am
Black
drinking coffee as well. Yeah.
Cheers to everybody in the chat. Cheers.
Yeah. What's the mug? Let me see the mug again.
Oh, here we go. And this is a perfect segue. Okay. Why? I'm glad you asked. It's my Solo, a Star Wars story coffee mug that I've had since when the movie came out, 2018. There you go. God, you can make fun of me. It's totally fine. It's the biggest mug I have. Right. So
look, this is part of the joy about how far-reaching and impactful pop culture is.
Yeah, dude.
You
this
can
can be
have
good.
a Solo, a Star Wars story coffee mug,
Coffee.
and I can love Rogue One. See? Yeah,
Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy, not this, because they're gonna turn on me as soon as I say it. No, that's fine. Yeah. I don't know where you want to start with this. I kind of have an idea of where you want to go with it.
I don't really want to go anywhere. I was just pointing it out. You have that mug. I like Rogue One. You would not sit down really willingly and rewatch Rogue One, and I would throw that mug out in the fucking street.
Right. But again, it's not so much for the pictures. There's Alden Ehrenreich, better than Harrison Ford, right?
Better than what?
The power of pop culture. The power of pop culture is Gen X's, I would say, lifeblood. Pop culture, we live and die by it. Over the last couple of years, I have learned, and this is great, man. I've learned to just let things go. So let me give you an example. Chat and Chad.
Oh, here we go.
The new Daredevil.
Jay.
The new Daredevil season that came out on Disney. Our buddy Just Jeff and I, we were talking about that on his channel a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil's my guy. Was really, really upset that Disney took it off Netflix. Okay. But don't worry, because we're going to come up with a new season of Daredevil. Hallelujah. So I watch it, and it started off, in my opinion, really good. And then about the halfway through, when they introduced Muse, it started to go downhill. Then it was like, okay, Kingpin, and now we're going to get the Defenders come in and fight Kingpin. Got really boring for me.
Right.
After the season was done, it was so nice to just not think about it anymore because I just didn't care. Now, I want to teach this to everybody. I want everybody to learn this power because it will set you free. It will set you free. I think we've put too much time and energy into these IPs and that they have to live up to this certain expectation. And if it doesn't, then it's the end of the world and we get mad and we get upset and we fight and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool when you can just watch something and be like, yeah, that wasn't as good as the original Daredevil. And then it's okay. That's okay. Like, go ahead. I'll let you interject here.
No, I absolutely agree with you. I could use this in support of your argument. The Batman Arkham games. I am a massive, massive fan of those games. I replay them all at will. Right now, I'm replaying Arkham Asylum, and I'm taking my sweet time with it because it's all about the atmosphere.
It's a masterpiece. That game's a masterpiece.
100%. But a lot of people in the Arkham corners of whatever, leave that up, please, Scott. I'll get to it in a second. A lot of people in the Arkham corners treat Arkham Origins like it's the black sheep, like it's not part of the trilogy and all that stuff, even though it's a prequel game, but it's not made by Rocksteady, so it doesn't belong and blah, blah, blah. Now Origins is starting to get a lot more love, but a lot of people just kind of, they wrote it off. Oh, well, it's not,
right.
It's not the voice actors from the animated series, so I don't want it in my life. Well, it's a prequel, that's why. And then I love Arkham Origins. I love that game. I think story-wise, it's very powerful. I think it has great boss fights. I am not a fan of Arkham Knight, aside from like the size of the city, the world, and the free flow combat being almost perfected. I don't really like Arkham Knight. I treat it like an Elseworlds, and that's the one that I play the least. However, there's a flavor for everybody, and that's fine. It's all well and good. So,
yeah, not to turn
that was my interjection.
Not to turn it just to games, but it's like I see what you're saying. How it's not pure because Rocksteady, the creators, and they didn't do it. It's what like when Obsidian was doing the sequel to Fallout, and it was called New Vegas, and it wasn't called Fallout 4, and everyone was like, "Oh, Obsidian." Yeah. They did that awful Jedi, Knights of the Old Republic 2, and everyone had their backup. And then over time, everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's just pretty good too, man. Like, this one's really good, It's, I guess what I'm getting at, though, is like, what's something in our world that's going to be huge? Like, Fantastic Four came out, and everyone's just like, okay, this has got to be the Marvel movie to save the Marvel universe. This has got to be, because now we have 60s looking Fantastic Four. We finally have a proper Galactus. This is going to be, and a lot of people watch it. They're like, yeah, it's pretty good. But I guess my point is like, why all this pressure? Did we not get the Infinity Gauntlet story? Where would you like the Marvel universe to go after they fight Thanos? There's nowhere else to go.
No. And they even tried with Kang, and it just,
the guy destroyed half the universe with a snap. You can't top that. Galactus eats planets. Who gives a shit? This guy snapped half of the universe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they chose to do the Infinity Gauntlet story from 91, which is fine, but they kind of wrote themselves in a corner. And that was like the peak. And now they keep saying, oh, this is going to be the series to bring back Marvel. And it's just, who cares?
Yeah.
I'm going off on a tangent here. The coffee's kicking in. All right, Chad, you're in.
It's fine. It's all good. I love it. And that's what everybody's here for, right? You and I having a conversation with everybody in the chat about pop culture, right? All of us together just having a conversation.
Sure.
Speaking of which, Hal Jordan says, I feel that way about Alien Earth, except I actively don't care while I'm watching it. It's so boring. Look, there's other stuff in the chat we got to get to. However, this is important to what we were just talking about with Solo and Rogue One and all that stuff. I don't feel that more is necessarily better, right? Like you and I have talked several times, numerous times about mask and mask toys. And like, I don't want Hasbro making mask shit anymore because they're going to make them 1/12 scale, no vehicles. If they do vehicles, they're going to be $200 or they're going to be freaking HasLabs, and I don't want it. But then the loyal subjects gets the license from Hasbro to make mask toys, and they just put out the exact same shit with a couple of updates. And I'm like, I have that. I don't need that. Like, I love the movie Megaforce. Everybody knows that. Do I want to see a sequel? Part of me wants to say yes, but
it's one of those careful what you wish for things, right? Exactly. It's like me with Christmas Story 2. It's like I've never watched it.
Yeah.
I've never watched either of the sequels, but it's like I want to see it, but at the same time, it's like I know it's not going to be good, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But the Aliens and Predator franchises, they have their established lore, their timelines with the Predators. Like, you have rules. The more stuff they put out, the more they like throw those rules out or change existing timelines or like just mess stuff up. It's like when you watch a lot of Star Trek, you know, Zefram Cochrane, when they talk about Zefram Cochrane in the original series, it was A, B, and C. But then the Next Generation movie, First Contact, comes out and Zefram Cochrane is completely different.
Right.
And it's kind of one of those things like, do you want more or do you want them to not muddy the waters? And when I saw this fucking show, and spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear it, put your fingers in your ears for a second. When they put this girl's consciousness into the synthetic body and she's like up on this cliff and she just fucking jumps off. It's like hundreds of feet and she just lands. And I'm like, now wait a second. The ma'am was watching it. I wasn't necessarily. I was just in the room. As soon as she lands like that, not even superhero landing, she just lands. And I slow turn to the ma'am, like when Luke Skywalker chucks his freaking dad's lightsaber over his shoulder. I do the slow turn with the eyes, and I was like, 4 or 5 humans beat the shit out of Ash in the first movie, and the milk's going everywhere. If 4 or 5 humans can like whoop this guy, jumping off a cliff, you're not going to like be safe from that impact. Like the kinetic energy of that is going to destroy that body. And I was like, this is why I have a problem with this shit. Like, so,
yeah, anyway. I get that was a good one. That was a good rant. I like that one. That was good. You were getting a little red there, buddy. It was good. This is a good one.
I get a little hot about some properties. I just because you can put out more stuff for it doesn't necessarily. Anyway, let's go back to Robin for a second.
Sure.
Hal Jordan says we are all wrong. I guess you and me and numerous other people. Stephanie Brown is the best Robin.
I think you like just bringing up Hal Jordan's little picture there, buddy. That's what I think.
Oh, look, Scott started, not me.
Scott's doing it. Scott,
Menjoza.
Keep it going.
Menjoza says Jason Todd, followed closely by Damien, are my favorite Robins. Don't shame me. Never shame you.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I can't remember. I guess. Yeah, just money is the ultimate answer, right? That's the problem and the answer to everything. So
sure,
they're never going to stop because, again, even going back to dollies, it's like Luke Skywalker. I can't resist. I got to buy Luke Skywalker, even though I just gave you a rant about I'm not going to buy Luke Skywalker. I probably will buy a new one, right? Mm-hmm. So if we keep purchasing this stuff and we keep buying it and we don't just stop, it's just going to keep happening. And if people keep watching these sequels and reboots and all that stuff, I don't know, man. I fought like friendly arguments with people when Ghostbusters Afterlife came out. So many people. Oh, yeah. Why? Why would I won't watch it?
But
I don't want to see that. That's not it for me. I'm aware of what it's about. They waited so long. It's the damn guy's grandkids, for God's sake. It's not even his kid. It's like his grandkid. And I don't want to see Ghost Econ. I'm getting all
Bartlett,
sweaty.
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm getting all sweaty. Who the hell's Econ? I don't even know what the hell is.
Ooh, we're getting sweaty in here. I watched it. I wasn't like super against it. To me, it wasn't like a Highlander 2 sort of situation. But at the same time, I was like, did I need that? Whatever.
But the good thing is, we still have Ghostbusters, right? Or Ghostbusters 2, or whatever one is your favorite, the cartoon, whatever is your favorite, you still have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's, again, a lesson that I had to like teach myself, was like, my ultimate Star Wars is still Return of the Jedi. And they really destroyed the sequel trilogy in a bad way. They really messed up Star Wars, but it's okay because I still have those episodes that I like.
Yeah.
You just... These franchises now, including Aliens, of course, are so big and so vast. There's going to be a lot of screw ups, and you're not going to make everyone happy, right? So it's like, if you don't
literally
like it,
sorry,
no, go ahead.
I could literally just watch Aliens, and then maybe if I'm feeling froggy, Resurrection, because you could skip Alien 3 and just watch Resurrection because it's so far in the future, and they discuss what happened to Ripley. I could literally just watch those 3 and be okay. It's all right. We all have our flavor. Obviously, me and the Joe and the 118 scale and all this stuff, the Lord scale of toys and blah, 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 blah. Everybody knows the shtick, right? I don't necessarily have a problem with G.I. Joe and 112 scale. My arguments have always been about the company and how they handle the IP that saved said company numerous times. It has nothing to do with the scale of toys. So there's a G.I. Joe for everybody. Some people love Sigma 6. Some people like, the old original movable fighting man, the 12-inch or 1/6 scale. There's a Joe for everybody, and that's fine. That's good. That's all well and good. All I'm saying is that instead of paying $500 million to make Admiral Holdo and Rose Tico, you got G.I. Joe right there. Just make 3 frickin' scales. So that's just me.
G.I. Joe's got the short end of the stick since it was done in 95, man. We know this. I mean, I call them the 25th anniversary line. That line was pretty damn good. But again, I've said this from the beginning of Classified. I liked the first few waves, but where's my Sky Striker? You're never going to get one. And if you do get one, it's going to be $600-700 or whatever it's going to be. So that's my only issue. I like the figures. They're bigger and there's more detail and you get to see all their holsters and stuff like that. That's cool. But overall, you know what I'm saying over here.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But again, I have always subscribed to kind of the Kirk Bazigian mindset of why are you going to keep doing an F-14? The Tomcat's been out of the inventory for, a long freaking time. Like, update the Sky Striker, make it something else. But we talk about nostalgia a lot, and the nostalgia discussion is part of pop culture, because what's pop culture now? Nostalgia.
Everything is, there's bands touring.
Yeah.
In the 90s, we would make fun of and call them one-hit wonders. They get to tour now on one song because there is nothing else.
Yeah, 100%.
Mainstream rock music.
Ford is bringing back, not only did they bring back the Bronco, et cetera, right? Dodge brought back the Charger and the Challenger. Ford is bringing back the freaking Fox body Mustang.
Wow.
You want to talk about nostalgia? Like, that's a deep cut. I'm sure a lot of people are like, Fox body.
Yeah,
that was a thing for a minute, and they're bringing that shit back.
Are other generations allowed to have anything, or is it like all these execs that are like Gen X and older, they're just keeping everything for themselves until we're gone, and then the future generations are allowed to continue on? But it's like we won't play with anybody else. It's really
what would
weird,
they bring back for the baby boomers, like smoking in hospitals and grocery stores?
Popeye cigarettes. I guess that was our gen, but yeah. smoking
Yeah,
vending
I
machines
remember
in the
smoking on an
hospital.
airplane once or twice. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's hit some super chats real quick. Our good friend Zakanan, the translucent one himself, sends a $6.66 super chat. Just for you, boy. It says, "Awesome to see Jay on. I also apologize for any Sentinel gang shenanigans. I blame Mikey." Yeah, Jay has no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea, but Zakanan, good to see you. You do pop into the streams once in a while, and I appreciate you, buddy.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Good dude. It's good to see you. Suka says $27.99 a figure is the end of me buying legacy brand toys.
Yeah.
I'll pay extra to get third party of independent. Yep.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I wish, let me just say, Suka, I wish that toys in Canada at 6-inch were still $29.99. That was years ago, man. We're like into $46.99, $50 for classified. It's not pretty here.
So what you're saying is that getting a good 6 inches is expensive now?
That's what she said.
Oh, you picked like the exact clip too. I love it.
I had to.
The one with Jen. That's right. Right on.
I had to, man. I'm sorry.
He laughs at the end of it, which is great. Yeah, that's good.
Hey, Jay, you want to see something terrifying?
Do I? Of course.
I'm sure everyone in the chat is bracing themselves. They're like, which one's going to happen? It's this one.
Ay, mira, 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 mira.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
Nothing? No.
Come up. Where do you find this stuff? Do I want to know? It's like 4 a.m. chat on his
Instagram
phone.
algorithm.
Oh,
It's horrible.
okay.
Yeah, it's 100% horrible. But yeah, Suka, I 100% agree with you, my friend. That's why if it's not vintage, it's generally going to be independent stuff for me. So, dude, I got the freaking. I already had one, but I bought another one because I got problems like that. Right? We've all been there. But the Jinbao Devastator, I got the Jinbao Devastator cheaper than completing the freaking new Studio Series Devastator. And yeah. I love that figure.
And what was the price difference? Probably crazy, right?
It was, I want to say, I mean, obviously I ordered it from China, right?
Sure.
But I want to say it was about $50 cheaper. Now, I did buy the 2.0 upgrade kit for the Jinbao Devastator because it just makes them bigger and better. So it probably evened out at that point. But you put the Studio Series Devastator next to the Jinbao, there is no comparison whatsoever, like at all. So
okay, let me throw this to you into the chat too. Okay, let's chat. Throw us a few of your favorite characters that you like to collect. For me, Luke Skywalker here, guys. Let me know. But when would you say enough is enough? So how many lowlights
that you do here?
Yeah, how many lowlights do you need before you're like, I'm good? Because I think this is an issue too, right? Let's just say you like a really super popular character like He-Man. Well, it seems every 6 months we're getting a new He-Man, and people are like, gotta buy He-Man, gotta buy He-Man. At what point is it like Cliff says Boba Fett? Like, this is my last Boba Fett, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, Chad. I'm asking you that. Like,
well, I have two lowlights. I have the original O-ring lowlight, and then I have the Pursuit of Cobra / 50th anniversary, the one that Bobby Valla did or worked on. I'm good. I always said that classified lowlight and Serpentor were going to be my litmus test on if I was going to get back into that line. And I saw that lowlight, and I just went, okay. And
it feels good, and it does something to our brain to pick up a new toy, and specifically
leave that up, Scott.
Character. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like I can't resist getting a Luke figure. It just does something, and there's the connection. And I think at these prices, they kind of know that all these IPs, which is why they stay around. You know, it's always around He-Man, Star Wars, Marvel. Like, you're not going to see Centurions. You're not going to see Inhumanoids and all that stuff. It's going to stay with these main ones. And they just have us on a leash. And it's like they're going to keep going until our gen is gone because no other gen gives a shit about Inhumanoids but us, right?
Yeah.
So
And if
what
it couldn't
happens-
make it in the 80s, it's not going to make it now.
Right. But what's going to happen when we're gone? And I said that to you, dude, like a year ago. When they won't evolve G.I. Joe, when they won't evolve the characters, when they won't make new characters for the most part.
It's going to be like the honeymooners, right? You remember the honeymooners? Bow right to the moon. A lot of us know what the honeymooners is, but there's no honeymooners anything. It's just going to be lost to the annals of time. I mean, that's
Honey
just,
nothings.
you know, Ralph Cramden and shit. So Tristan rhetorically asked, how many okay. Is it Batman? Is it Batmen's?
How many Batmen are there? I would say Batmen.
Batmen.
Yeah.
How many Bat persons are there? A lot. A lot in multiple numerous scales. But again, that's kind of the joy of what we do is you can tailor that for whatever you want. I only have 3 representations of the Batman on display. I have the Hush figure as like my main Batman, even though it's not my favorite version, but I mean, Jim Lee, you got to hand it to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have the armored Batman because I like the power armor suit. And then I have the Azrael Nightfall as bats in the blue and the gold and all that stuff. Those are the only 3 that I have displayed. However, pause for dramatic effect. I do have like 12 different Batmen. You know, I have the unmasked infected from Arkham City. I have the Arkham Origins. I have the Arkham Knight. I got blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Affleck, so on and so forth.
I think it becomes an issue when you, as the consumer or hobbyist, feel that unnecessary pressure to get said favorite character.
Yeah, that whole gotta catch them all mentality.
There's too many of us that go through that. Yeah.
I'm not going to get Caramel Crunch Snake Eyes. Now, granted, I don't collect that line. That's just my choice. But I don't have every version of 1/18 scale Snake Eyes either. I don't feel I need it. Now, like a Cobra Viper, even though you don't like the original Viper, and everybody knows that.
His head's way too big, dude. That's just fact.
But there are so many different Cobra Vipers, you know, Techno Viper, on and on and on, like the Battle Android Trooper. I have all of those because they are army building figures. But I don't have 5 Lady Jays. I don't know. So that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tristan.
I was just going to say, I recently broke out of that buying the entire wave mold like a few years ago when I put the hard stop on the new stuff. And it was 86 line Transformers, and it was classified. And I was buying every one from the waves. And not only was my bank account taking a huge hit, it was stressful to find all this stuff. Before I really just sat down with my own self and said, why do you have to have, like, again, Caramel Crunch Snake Eyes, do I care? No. Then why do you got to find this thing? And it's like $90 anyway or whatever, right? It's like, as soon as I was like, it's not 90, but I'm just saying, like, oh, wait, I don't need all that.
Look at that, dude.
Jay doesn't like the OG Viper unsubbed.
We've been over this.
True story, buddy.
News. It's old news. It's a true story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rated him S. Jay put him at like a D. We had a moment.
Yeah.
We moved on, but
his head's too big.
The internet
the original
always
mold.
remembers.
His
The internet
head's big.
always remembers. Yeah.
It's fine.
It is. Hey, look, that's fine. There is a freaking Viper for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Father Son Galaxy sends a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Father Son Galaxy. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for being a channel member. Says, great to see the 2 legends that got me into live streams together. Class acts.
Good to see you, buddy. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well.
That
Wonderful
is
to see you.
That is awesome. You know,
Give him a hand.
thank you. Oh, that's very much appreciated, my friend. Always love having you around. Headcanon says, pardon me, Hasbro will keep raising prices as long as folks pay them. However, when it gets too high, they won't lower them. They will stop making them. It's the perfect excuse to just go all digital.
And headcanon, that's what I was saying. As I got priced out, not because I can't get them, but I will not. I do not think a modern day 6-inch figure, Marvel, DC, G.I. Joe, I don't care what it is. I do not think that it's worth over $40. No one will ever convince me of that. They look good. I think classifieds look good. I do. I've always said that, but I will not pay that. I would rather complete my 82 to 94 vintage set of Joes, put money into that, and other things, to be quite frank.
And a lot of times they're easier to find and sometimes cheaper. So, but a lot of that is how many were produced. You know, in the 80s, you're talking like the Snow Serpent. They made like 1 million Snow Serpents. And now, how many Snow Serpents did they make? 15,000, 20,000? So
manufacturer's scarcity, they do that. They do that for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Engineered scarcity. It's part of the whole like psychology of collecting and the FOMO and all that stuff. Like, if I don't get it right now, I'll never get it.
Yeah. It's
absolutely.
You see that right now in pop culture with the Labubu stuffed blind box little dolly things. Like people are going crazy for them. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos just because I'm like, what is this thing? Just seeing people go nuts over one. You have the gambling, right? Because you have the blind box. And then, of course, there's one that's a chase. People are like bringing scales and shit into stores. Like the different color furs going to weigh like more or less or something.
That's that bullshit right there. Bringing scales. I bring my digital scale in to weigh it.
I'm not pissing on their parade. I think it's great that people get excited about this stuff. I absolutely do, man.
That's fine. That's fine.
But then you got the resellers coming in and grabbing them all. And
yeah, we're all fine here. How are you?
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Have you heard about all this blockies stuff? You know, like the people love the blockies now. Have you gotten into the blockies thing? Okay, well, that's probably a conversation for another time. But
okay.
Speaking of blind boxes, you and Rob talked about the blind box or blind bag Nintendo controllers, and I could never find them. And then when Ryan and I were in San Diego for Comic-Con, we actually left downtown and we went like out into the community and went and supported some local stores. One of them, which was freaking huge, like overload huge, they had those Nintendo controller blind bags, and I probably bought like 15 of them.
Oh, that's cool. That's
first place I ever saw them. So
yeah, very cool. The blind box, I believe it's a Japanese model. I think that's where that all came from. But way back when I was in gaming retail, we used to have all those blind boxes, and people just went crazy. I get it. Like I personally, I don't have that gambling mentality because it's like, I remember the Star Wars ones. It's like, oh, there's Jedi Luke. You look at the back and it tells you like 1 in 15 odds. And I'm like, I never tell me the odds, and I put it down. Right. So I get why people like them, but
I mean, the whole blind bag thing, if you really want to break it down, so you have like Kinder eggs, right? Which is a little chocolate with the toy inside of it. That's a blind bag. Or go back to, and they're still around now, you know, the little machines where you put the quarter in and the little egg comes out. You don't know what's in there. I mean, it's all blind bags. They've been around forever and ever and ever. Yeah.
But even back when we were kids and we would go to the grocery store and do that, it was you ask your mom for a quarter. You didn't ask your mom for $12.99. Do you know what I mean? To get a fucking Labubu or whatever they're called.
Look, Jay, inflation. Okay.
No,
inflation.
Not that much, man.
That's not inflation. That's not
inflation. That's just pure on corporate.
That's not inflation. That's that bullshit. That's that bullshit.
That's that bullshit.
That's that bullshit. Nowhere, man, child. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Channel member for 14 months. Use this as Chad Chat. Trademark this guy 2024 and says Jay and Chad together. Do it. That's what she said.
Do it, dog.
Go.
Let's go.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you. Nowhere, man, child. It's good to see you. He and I got to hang out recently in DFW at the DFW G.I. Joe show.
That's so wicked. That's
awesome guy. I always love seeing him. Zaymont Rogue sends a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Zaymont. Thank you for being a channel member. It says, like scalpers, we kept paying the eBay prices. The manufacturing is just following suit. Ooh, that's a hot take. Thoughts, Jay? Stadium J? DOA J?
You're not gonna stop scalping, but I would agree. No. They're probably like, and this is what I think happened with the Mattel Origins line for He-Man, because they were $15 each.
Yeah.
And they're like, someone came into the boardroom, they're like, excuse me, boss. You know, the Hasbro's getting like $30 a pop for these some bitches over there. And they're like, okay, raise it up $15. Let's do it. So now Origins went from a really affordable, incredible toy line to that's that bullshit. I'm done with that too. Put that back on the shelf.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do agree with that. I think they're probably like, yeah, if scalpers are going to do it, man, we might as well do it too.
Yeah. Because people want the stuff. They're going to go find it one way or the other. They might as well just get it from the horse's mouth.
But that's the thing that we have to stop with the absolute need to have it at all costs. And if we're paying triple on eBay or whatever, like, it's just this never-ending cycle. I hope the hobby crashes in a good way and things kind of get reset and we can afford to buy toys that are toy prices and not fucking hot toy prices for everything, because it's ridiculous, man. It's crazy town.
It is crazy. That's an interesting take. That's a good point. Thank you very much, Zaymont Rogue. I do not disagree with you, my dude. TNT Skate, what's up, my man? It says, I got into collecting modern because of the price, but then the prices became as expensive as vintage on most items. That's the power of pop culture. Get out there and buy it.
Let's see. Let me read that again. Look at modern because the price, and then the prices became too expensive as vintage. Yeah, and like we talked about TNT about Mask. Chad and I both love Mask. When I saw the first wave, just a little bit of articulation differences in the figures. I thought they looked cool. The helmets look like cartoon accurate. They're a lot better looking, I think.
But there's flash effects, Jay.
Flash effects, and then it was the exact same. Like, this is a company who couldn't even be bothered to create Gloria and the Shark that never came out, although she was in the first episode of the show. They couldn't even like go to their engineers and say, create the shark out of the Porsche or whatever it was, make Gloria. If they did that, I would have turned my head and been like, okay, they actually care. But they didn't even do that.
But right? You know who did? Ramen Toy, and that's why I support independent toy makers, because Ramen did it.
And then 2 weeks later, we get the San Diego Comic-Con all black mask. They're already palette swapping the toy. It's like, and they don't call it Night Force. There's no story behind
40th
it.
anniversary.
It's just black and gold.
Fuck it. Just
what does that mean, though?
Yeah.
But what does it mean?
I don't know.
Cares. No. No one cares because I got to buy it because I remember Rhino. Remember it? I do. Got to have
members. You members? Now, again, if combine both of the things that you're saying, if they wanted to wow people with their line and the vision for their line and where it's going to go, why didn't they make Gloria Baker in the freaking, right? Her vehicle as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, because new molds cost money and we got to milk them molds, and that's everybody nowadays.
Nico says they don't have rights to the shark, but they could make something like it. I guess Nicotronus, my point is, how about this? Ready? A new character. 2 years later, new character. Can we just get a new character? I would be happy with one new character.
No, that's crazy.
I know it's crazy talk, dude.
You can't make new characters.
I know. Like maybe what about if they're older? See, we had this talk like 3 years ago. What if they're like older? Matt Trucker's like all gray and he's got a beard, and Scott is now like in charge. God help, Scott's in charge of Mask, and T-Bob's like the general or something.
Oh, that was my argument for Classified. Just make Lieutenant Falcon the new General Hawk. Snake Eyes is just it's just a name now. It's just a moniker because Snake Eyes isn't the same Snake Eyes, and then just go like it. Anybody can be a Cobra commander. Come on.
It's very clear to me that the people in charge at Hasbro do not get it. They just don't get it. And that's fine. It is what it is.
But again, it's everybody, right? It's Disney, it's Fox under Disney, it's Lucasfilm under Disney, it's Mattel, it's Hasbro, it's this, it's that. It's all of it. And I just kind of watch it from the side academically. But again, it's all part of that. That's the power, right? The power of what pop culture does to us, nostalgia. Like we all keep buying new PlayStations, new Xboxes, Uncharted 9, fucking Fallout 47, whatever. We're just gonna keep on trucking.
At least a sequel's a sequel, though. At least a sequel's
True.
a sequel. I mean, we do live in a generation in gaming now where, like, what's the next game being remade? Like, you would never have said that in the 2000s or in the 90s or 2000s. You'd wait for sequel.
Arkham, I know that Arkham one's coming.
Right, exactly. Now it's like I can't wait for them to do that version of Resident Evil remake. And it's like, how about a new Resident Evil? And I know they are, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. I don't know. Star Wars Special Edition. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Some people like it, some people don't. Matt Tracker Rubin, you know this guy. Oh, we know this guy. Channel member for 17 months. Good to see you, Matt. Thanks for being here. Says, I remember that Power of the Force Leia, or I guess the one I remember has that gold bikini. So
yeah, that was green, the green card, and then they did the vintage collection of that slave Leia, which you're not supposed to call her anymore for some reason.
Now she's Hutt Slayer.
No, she was a slave to Jabba the Hutt, so I'm going to call her Slave Leia.
Yeah,
because that's what she was. So there you go.
She was Slave Leia. Boba Fett ship is called Slave One.
That's right. Yeah. But, there you go. Holiday special. Oof,
I saw another one of those things where it's like that whole, sensitivity, cancellation of names. There was a black something, and they're like, oh, we can't call it that anymore. I can't remember on the spot what it was, but it was ridiculous, and it was along the lines of Slave One, and I laughed, and then I moved on.
What is Slave One called? Does anybody know?
It's called Boba Fett's fire spray. Spaceship.
Oh, fire
Boba
spray.
Fett's
That's right.
spaceship or something. Somebody will put it in the chat. Scott will throw it up. Anyway, thank you, Matt Tracker. Thank you for being a channel member. Thanks for being an awesome dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Prime, what's up, dude? Sends a $5 super chat. Thank you very much for that. And says, for the Pope of the Lord scale. Yeah, that's me. I'm going to give you this.
Do it, dog!
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate you. And, may the Lord scale keep you and bless you.
And someone said earlier, like, I would have liked to see Mass. And I agree.
There you go.
I would be interested in taking a look at that, but they can't seem to get it right.
Not only did Scott throw it up on the screen, but he threw up his own chat on the screen.
There you go.
Scott rolls. Boba Fett's starship. How freaking lame is that compared to Slave One? Like Slave One, like the name has weight. It means business. Like this guy's a bounty hunter. He's ruthless. Slave One. But no,
well,
Boba Fett's starship.
Hang on about that last comment. He's a bounty hunter. Yes. Is he ruthless? I mean, he didn't really do anything, right? He kind of stood there beside Vader. Well, the Empire really did everything. Boba Fett just stood
that's
there.
true.
Cool.
That's true. You and I we're going to make some enemies. We discussed that. Jesse from JLS Comics said indentured one. Oh my god, I gotta freaking throw this up here. Hold on,
Jesse.
What the fuck did I just hear?
Sorry, I had to. Indentured one.
Oh,
how insensitive of you, Jesse. Now, if I had said that, I would play the clip, but I didn't say that. Yeah, no, but Boba Fett, he was all hyped because of mystery, right? He's wearing a helmet. He just kind of got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
And then the show. Oh no, stop. We're going there. We're going to a dark place. This line of
teaching him how to ride a swoop bike. Yeah.
I am Boba Fett. I am Boba Fett. Every fucking scene. I am Boba Fett. Well, put your damn hat on. Everyone will know who you are, dummy.
Oh yeah. That's like Kylo Ren. Like, yes, we all know that you're Adam Driver. Put the freaking helmet back on, dude.
Put the little hat back on. Well, you got to get the two directors talking to each other. One likes the little helmet, the other one doesn't. He worships Darth Vader. He doesn't worship Darth Vader. Leia's a Jedi. Leia's not a Jedi. Luke hallucinates. Han's killing him off the bridge. What the fuck else is gonna happen? Whoa.
Damn, Jay, that was
We're back.
awesome.
We're back. We're back.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're here. Yeah.
Sunday.
It's like the difference between Judge Dredd with Stallone and Stallone's ego. Like, as much as I love Sly, right? I'm a big Rocky Rambo guy, versus Dredd with Carl Urban, who never took the helmet off. Same.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Anywho,
Well, you gotta get
Kevzilla,
that screen time.
channel member for 17 months. Great to see the dynamic duo again. We'll be watching and listening while boxing merch for my upcoming Godzilla Fest convention this weekend.
Whoa.
Hell yeah, dude. And look, he has the Sentinel picture upside down, all derpy looking.
Okay, so cliff notes, because I'm kind of out of it. What's the Sentinel? What's going on with that?
It's just a whole thing. The Figure It Out show that Mikey from JMK Custom Works and Zakanin do, they had Ayo Frankie on, and then there was some shit with the derpy ass Sentinel picture, and then they just went off the rails with it, and it was, yeah,
Oh,
it was a whole thing, dude. Thank you very much, Kevzilla. Good to see you. I hope your Godzilla Fest con goes awesome. You are the real deal, my dude. I have to skip ahead for just a second because Brad Davenport, channel member, awesome dude, good friend. Thank you, Brad, for gifting 5 channel memberships.
Let's go.
You guys know what that means.
Wolverines! Hell yeah!
Wolverines, hell yeah. Thank you very much, Brad. I hope that you are doing well selling military secrets on the Scottish black market, because he's a member of the Destro clan. And thanks to producer Scott, Wesley Hendricks, Initial Goose, Joe Bitts, Daniel Herzog, and 610 Yojo Daddy. Congratulations on your gifted channel memberships, courtesy of Brad Davenport. Thank you very much.
What I like, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Freak Show. You're going nowhere.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you so
brother.
much. Suka, my good friend, says there's a bunch of channels that will only read supers and they ain't worth watching anyway. I'm kind of two minds on that. Sometimes when your chat's moving so fast, or if you have on like a certain guest where it's just going to be bombarding, sometimes it happens. I've had to do it a couple times just because I was inundated, but I understand the sentiment. I get it. Got any thoughts on that, Jay?
Oh, yeah.
Nope. No. Okay. That's it from Jay.
Super chats.
Just Jeff. What's up, Jeffy? Channel member for 17 months. Jeff's going to come visit me in October. He's going to be here for Halloween with me and the man.
That'll be fun.
Looking forward to that. Jeffy says, man, glad to see you live. Also, isn't that the guy in the Cobra hoodie?
Who? That guy doesn't live here anymore.
No, that guy's not around. We got rid of that guy.
There you go. Got all the sound effects, buddy. Nice.
Come on, you know how I do. You know what's up.
Do you have the Family Feud strike?
No.
That's got to go on.
I still haven't put the Metal Gear Solid the alert sound.
Yeah.
I haven't put
The
that
alert. Yeah.
610 Yojo Daddy. Congratulations on your channel membership, or I'm sorry, whichever way you want to go with that. Just glad to be around the decent side of toy tubing. I didn't say community. One, I will 100% agree with you after all the fucking shenanigans and horribleness over this past week. And two, since you said the word
community.
Yeah. Thank you very much, 610. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And
you don't like the word community, I take it.
It's a hard K word.
That's
it's not that I don't like
buddy.
I don't like the abuse and the misuse of the word for a lot of stuff that people get away with. Like
sure.
Horrible behavior, the groupthink attitudes, things like that. You were just saying I don't need every version of Snake Eyes, but then that, certain community mentality is, well, if you don't support it, you're not a real fan.
Yeah, but who the fuck cares who says that though? Like, to be quite
I
blunt,
don't.
like,
But
is what I
that's the
mean. Like,
whole.
like years ago, I just dropped caring about that stuff, man. Who cares? Like, fucking cares? How old are we now? Like, God only knows. Who cares? You like Snake Eyes and I don't. Who gives a fuck? Just saying. Does anybody care?
Are you guys all happy to see Jay swearing? Look at him go. Yeah, look at him go.
Well, they lifted the swearing off YouTube now, so it's we can
No,
go
it's fine.
again.
Yeah, it's
go
all
time.
good.
It's go
Dude,
time.
when you and Willie were playing like your head-to-head Contra on Friday and you were just letting them fly, I was laughing my ass off so hard.
Dude, I was so
Like,
mad.
what the fuck is it?
That game's unforgiving, dude.
It is unforgiving.
So
But
unforgiving.
again,
It was fun.
it's so good.
It's so good. The old Konami stuff. Yeah.
Look, I'm just telling you, just play Russian Attack. It's fine. Get the knife, stab some doggies.
That's
in
it.
Minecraft,
So you got it.
Get the rocket launcher. Yeah, it's fine.
You got it. You got it.
Mojo, what's up, buddy? I like your Noid image of me. It says, okay, I'm here. You can start now. What's up, Bardo and Chad? Shoot,
You're here. Great.
Okay. I'm sure you're probably not tracking, but you see the last part of that comment, shoe polish man? There is this weird inside joke running freaking internet lie that I put shoe polish on my soul patch.
Why wouldn't you get just for men? Why would you get shoe polish?
I don't know, because somebody said it once and the internet remembers and it just stuck, even though I do have plenty of grays in this sucker.
But like, who gives a fuck? Like, if he puts fucking house paint on there, this is what people worry about. Who fucking cares?
I don't care. Yeah.
It's funny.
Apparently we can start now. Now we can start.
Okay, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No. We're good. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here, dude. Nowhere Manchild. The fact is that if the IP is good enough, it will survive various iterations, good and bad. And there will always be another one ahead. Yeah, couldn't agree more.
I think if they allow the IP to grow, Nowhere Manchild, but the problem is I see is that they don't allow it. And let's use the biggest one, I would say, which is Star Wars, I guess, still. But they just keep going back to everything that George did and just grabbing bits and pieces of that.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, right? They're not allowing, because now these filmmakers get to play with the toys. So this is how they envision their Star Wars, right? And it's always
like their version of the Jedi are all like kung fu masters.
Yeah, it's always something like that. And it's like, you just got to write your own stuff and just go forward.
And I think, you bring up a very valid point. And I think that from my perspective, the way that Joe has influenced my entire life and those life experiences because of Joe and continuing on with Joe, the army was always evolving. The army I left is not the army I joined. I didn't have, like, all of our stuff, our what are called TTPs, our tactics, techniques, and procedures, all those changed. They evolved over time. Our equipment evolved over time. Again, see back to my argument about the Sky Striker and the F-14 Tomcat. But I also didn't have the same people in leadership roles after 22 years who were there in the beginning. Like, those things evolve. And so your daring, highly trained special mission force should be new people.
So why then is the vast majority of Joe fans terrified of this? This is not attacking anybody. I'm making this comment. Everyone is afraid to get new characters. I don't understand. Or maybe it's Hasbro is afraid of it. But why, when the Joes that we know, Real American Hero 82 to 94, was built on year after year of new characters? Sure, you get repaints, of course you would, but you'd also get brand new characters.
Yeah. But even Colonel Hawk became General Hawk because General Flag got he got Minecrafted.
So, but it's
yeah,
like
I mean,
now if
oh.
you make a G.I. Joe series and your first toys aren't Duke, Cobra Commander, and Scarlet and Snake Eyes, then everyone's like, that's not the G.I. Joe I know. It's like, okay, like that's great.
I think it's twofold. I know you're just kind of throwing that out there, but my personal answer would be twofold. One, you have Hasbro executives who are not toy people. They are like Ivy League college people, and they love spreadsheets, and that's all they really look at. I already read that. And so all they see is Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow and Cobra Commander and Scarlet and Duke are popular, so that's what we're going to make. That's one. And two is that everyone is so stuck in nostalgia because they know what works, and so that's just kind of become like
it's only going to work
blanket.
It's only going to work for a while, and I don't think it's going to be that much longer. I think
Agreed.
we're going to see the end of that soon. People are sick of it, and me, dude, I love toys just as much as anybody, but it's like I'm tired of buying Cobra Commander, for God's sakes. You know, it's like, show me like a whole new story. Like there's got to be divisions. How about a October Guard subset storyline or something like that, or God forbid a new Joe Force, you know?
Oh man, they will never do October Guard again. Never.
Okay, maybe now. Sure.
Sure. There you go.
When we were kids, we couldn't wait for new characters. Fred, dude, you know what? You're exactly right. I loved Snake Eyes in 82, and then I loved Cobra Commander, but it wasn't until I got to 87 when I discovered Crazy Legs and Falcon. I was like, oh my God. I never thought anyone would beat Flint. No one will beat 85 Flint. He's my favorite. And then fucking Falcon lands. I'm like, look at this guy. It's crazy, right? And then as years went on, we got new and better characters. I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Battle Android Trooper, but you know, when looking at that freaking Headhunter Stormtrooper, that's one of my favorite army builders because they nailed it with that freaking figure.
But yeah, we also aren't. The people in charge of G.I. Joe are not concerned with passing it on to further generations. And we've talked about this, so we're blue in the face, but I'll say it again. That's a problem, man. I don't want this to die with Gen X.
Yep.
And it looks like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They don't care about future generations with G.I. Joe, and that's the problem. It's a big problem.
Yeah. Thanks, Fred, for that. That's a very good point. Michael Zimmerman, I like this argument too. Shows, games, and movies are far more enjoyable if you avoid the internet. I think a lot of that statement is basically just saying, like, experience it for yourself and form your own opinion.
Yeah. It was a favorite game of mine is the Resident Evil series, and this past week they dropped the second trailer. You know what I did? I didn't watch it. I'm like, I've seen the first trailer. So, Michael, to your point, you're right. But we have to have willpower because it's hard sometimes not to click on that trailer or not to watch that review from whoever YouTuber, right? Yeah, but if we can control that, man, I agree with you because I don't need to see every little thing about the game. You know, it's like I saw the first trailer. I got the idea. I'll just wait now.
Yeah, totally understandable. Headcanon Unlimited, thank you, my friend, for the $10 super chat. That's very gracious of you. I appreciate it. If I am paying for something, movie ticket, comic book, game or subscription, etc., I want it to be worth the price. So if it sucks, then I'm going to say something about it.
And as you should.
Yeah. There is nothing wrong with being critical of anything because your opinions are just that. They're your opinions. We all have them. They should vary to some degree. Otherwise, you live in an echo chamber or some groupthink bubble. But that being said, like the last car rant that I put out, which was about one topic, but I did talk about this at the same time. Like if you hunt a thing or you anticipate a thing or you like eagerly await it, and then you finally get there, get it in your hands, experience it, whatever, go on said roller coaster, watch a movie, whatever it is, flavor of ice cream. And it just kind of, you should be allowed to say, I waited 2 years for that movie. I think it sucked. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you toxic or anything like that. It just means you have your own opinion.
But it's the people that do make it toxic that I have the issue with, and that's wrapping us around to the beginning of this, where the power of pop culture. And I personally think we put way too much value into entertainment in the Western world. It's like, it's almost like religion. And I'm not one to talk, because I'm surrounded by this shit just like everyone else is. But I'm saying, like,
say that again while I make you big there.
well, you make me big. Dude, that's what she said. I have it on my thing.
It's too late. Sorry.
As I'm surrounded by this shit too. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. What's something in the game? Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out next year. What if it sucks?
Does it though?
Yeah. Well, if it sucks, then it sucks. So what? But there's people that are like, this better be the best game. Rockstar made me wait over a decade. It's like, did they? Did they? You don't have anything else to do. You don't have another 10,000 games to play. Like, it's just crazy. We put way too much weight on this stuff, man. If it doesn't feed your expectations, that's too bad. Just move on, man. That's all. That's all. Yeah. Good night.
Oh, Jay's gone. Oh, no, he's back. Headcanon, thank you very much for the thoughts, the super chat, all of it. I greatly appreciate it. Just, adding to the conversation. Thank you so very much. Chad's zombie hates pop community.
Who's that guy in the picture? Jeez.
That's fucking Ryan. Everything about this is just tragic. I love it. It's a fucking train wreck. Marvel should go back to one-off movies. Not everything needs to be connected. Jay, thoughts?
Is that actually Ryan?
That's Ryan in the picture, yeah.
But that's not Ryan's account, or is it?
No, that's not Ryan.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
We know who that is.
Okay,
it's not. It's not.
Marvel should go back to one-off movie. Not everything needs to be connected. No, it's not never going to happen. Chad, zombie hates pop community because everything has to be connected now. Because the Infinity Gauntlet story did so well, and it was so well crafted from 2009 all the way to the climax that they have to connect everything now. It'll never go back to a one-off thing. And we've been trained as Marvel film enthusiasts to wait for the after credits. Did you see the after credits scene? It's almost more exciting than the movie.
Stinger. Did you see the stinger? Oh, wait, there were 3 of them this time. Yeah.
Look, you saw the Phoenix's left foot or whatever. Like, it's almost more exciting than the movie. So
I agree. Thor's hammer in the desert?
Yeah, I agree. But, I got to go back to our boy George Lucas. I blame him for making 3PO being created by Anakin, and this guy has to be connected to this guy. And I think George really started that stuff, man. So George, I know you're watching. I love you, but come on, man. What are you doing over here? What are you doing?
George, I know you're watching. Is he watching?
He's what?
George Lucas, if you're watching.
Hello, motherfucker.
Oh, he's so bad.
An excuse to play that clip.
Zakanin, that was totally our boy George Lucas. I didn't even mean that. But there you go.
Yeah,
I'm not being dude yelling at the clouds either, guys. Yeah. I'm not being that guy. I'm just like, I love this stuff just like you guys do, but we just gotta chill out on it, man. Like, just chill. That's all I'm saying. As I drink my 80th coffee.
As Jay's blood pressure is going through the roof.
Yelling about Star Wars again.
Hal Jordan. Disney is sitting on either an animated series or animated movie that's completely finished of Alien versus Predator, and they won't release it. Disney higher-ups are brain dead. Well then. Yeah,
I'm still waiting for Willow to come out on Blu-ray. The TV show. Where did that go?
Still waiting.
That went into the Disney vault, motherfucker, and that shit ain't coming out anytime soon.
Still waiting on Willow.
Look at me, you sloppy bitch.
I was somewhat curious to watch the Willow series. Never really pulled the trigger. And then one day I was like, I think I'll at least watch one episode and see what it's about. Because again, I don't give into the whole social media group think, well, I'm not going to watch it because 20 strangers on the internet said don't watch it.
Yeah.
And then it was gone. I was like, what the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't exist. It never happened, man.
Missed that boat.
Never happened.
But thank you, Hal Jordan. And I did miss a point that I was going to make on the last comment. Talk about not everything needs to be connected. My argument for that statement, this is just a personal opinion. We've all got them. We keep saying that even though we shouldn't have to, but you know how some people get. I feel that the whole Ben Affleck Batman was squandered. I want to say squandered because instead of this whole we have to connect it, we got to do this, we got to play catch up because Marvel, everything is interconnected. And oh my God, the Infinity Saga. I could have had a Ben Affleck solo Batman movie written by Ben Affleck and directed by him, The Town, Argo, etc. He is a great filmmaker. That's just my opinion. But, he did win a bunch of awards for it too. With him and Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke the Terminator. And I didn't get it because they had to do BVS. They had to do Justice League. They had to bring in Joss Whedon. They had to make it more like Marvel. And at that point, it just fucking fell apart. That's my argument.
Yeah. And you don't start it with the Avengers. You start it with, if you're going to have Ben Affleck be Batman in that version, you start off with the Batman solo movie, then you do Superman and you do Wonder Woman. But you don't start off. I guess they didn't really start off, did they, with the Justice League, or did they? I'm so confused by
not really. No, I mean, either way.
I agree with you, and I'll just say I think Ben Affleck would have been a great Batman. I agree, and I think he deserves his own movie for sure. I would like to see.
Let's go back to the Arkham argument. It's self-contained. It's Batman. You've got Oracle in the ear. You see Robin here. You see Nightwing there, but it's Batman. Superman doesn't swoop in and save everybody from Protocol 10 in Arkham City. It's just Batman doing Batman shit. Even though Superman exists, there's references to Diana Prince, there's references to Oliver Queen, there's a whole bunch of Easter eggs and all that stuff, but you don't need them in those games to make those games great. Make gaming great again. 2020.
I agree. And to add to that, I'm so tired of with the new Superman movie, it's like, okay, here we go again with another Disney. This is the beginning point of the new DC universe. It's like, buddies, the Iron Man movie came out, 08, 09? It's
2008. Yeah.
You guys you're done, man. You lost. Like that CG shit fest. And I don't care what cut you watch. It's all garbage. That shit fest of Justice League. Horrible. Who the fuck cares about Steppenwolf? Get the fucking Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. Come on.
Who are they going to bring next? Calabac? Let's bring Calabac and Desaad as well. Who gives a shit? It's terrible.
Get Granny in here. It's all hipster deep cuts.
And on top of that too, dude, he just looked so bad. And I'm just joking around here, but the backgrounds, and it was just the CG was so bad. And it's like, why didn't you just make this animated? Really? Why don't you just make it animated?
Yeah. Or if you wanted to just start a Justice League movie out of nowhere and just be like, go, take the animated Justice League War, which is based on, that New 52 kind of a deal.
Yeah.
And then just make that, because at least that was decent. Speaking of which, Triple D's Dungeon, thank you, my dude, says, while I would also love it, they could never do Megaforce justice with a sequel. Agreed.
Sometimes the thing that we want more of, Chad, is something that we could just like the Clone Wars and a new Hope. Yeah. What are the Clone Wars? Oh, we all think of what the Clone Wars are.
Yeah,
right?
The Mandalorian Super Commandos versus the Jedi, and the Spayardi cloning cylinders and da. But no, Robit.
Yeah, leave it the way it is, and
and Boba Fett's dad. Who saw that coming? Nobody.
Yeah,
nobody. Yeah. And then Mother Slug, kind of same sentiment. Megaforce was awesome. Movie, the vehicles, oh my God, a second new movie, hell no, as it would be destroyed. Right, because you don't have the same people, the same flavors, all that stuff. Yeah. Scott Hughes, everybody's on Megaforce. Would a remake of Megaforce in the style of the first Iron Man, i.e. more serious with comedic elements, but not silly, would you support it? Maybe if you made it a period piece, and that's another problem. Too many of these like talking heads in charge of stuff are just afraid of doing period pieces. That's kind of why I like that Bumblebee movie. At least they made it a period piece.
Sure.
There's just something cool about period pieces. G.I. Joe should have been a period piece. And
what
argument?
The two movies, you mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
80s, Cold War, all that stuff, but they have like current technology, so they stay future forward, as opposed to everybody being a fucking hologram.
And we said that about Mask, remember? For many podcasts, we were like, okay, if we want Mask to come back, what year is it going to be? And we both said 80. It's got to be in the 80s.
Yeah,
just
85.
Like,
make it 85. I don't even care if it's 88. Whatever. Just make it in the fucking 80s.
You need those boxy cars. That's why I will always love G1 Transformers, because you need the 84 rig to be prime. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just you need the boxiness.
Yeah, you have to have that cab over. Yeah.
Yeah, like it just works.
Agreed.
And but I will say, to defend Transformers, I really like how Transformers has evolved. Like it or not, at least they've moved forward with it and it's continuing to succeed.
Oh yeah.
I will say that.
If you ask any rando Transformer fan, what's the vehicle mode for Bumblebee? They're not going to say a Volkswagen Beetle. They're going to say a fucking Camaro.
Yeah. And I think that's great that there's a brand new generation or two that love the Michael Bay stuff, and that's their Transformers. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
I think it is.
I'm good with it. The whole him not talking thing, I don't get why that decision was made in the first place and why it just continued. It just seems like this weird. Well, Bumblebee talks through the car radio, and I'm like, when the fuck was that? Whatever.
Do you know why that movie was great? 2 words. Megan Fox. That's all I gotta say, buddy.
I thought you were gonna say Baysplosion.
Nah.
Michael Bay presents explosions. Yeah.
They're all insectoid. Anyway, we're not going to get into tearing apart those. It's been done to death, but yeah, there you go.
Hey, 0 points given said, I just joined. Are we talking about the Gilmore Girls?
I wish we were, but he won't talk about it anymore. He's too good for it.
No, yeah.
They
broke my heart and I've moved on. Jedi Ben says they're just IP farming and producing content. Ooh, nailed it. Creators with visions and new innovative stories are long gone, unless they're independent creators.
IP farming, yeah.
But producing content. Could not agree with that more. The fact that, like you said, Jay, entertainment, media, like we're so focused on it that we just need more. We need content. We don't need like stories or like someone's, magnum opus that they had in their head for 30 years and they finally get to make this story. It's just like, nah, just make some more content about existing characters.
Or just make it in a different show. Like before or after, like at least the Acolyte had it in the right era. It's like you're going before the prequels. Keep going. Let's go into maybe not even Old Republic. Maybe before that, Golden Age of the Sith, or we'll go after the Old Republic. There's so much space, but they always do it. Oh, in between episode 4 and 5, every friggin' show, or in between 3 and 4. It's like,
yeah,
stop it.
And that's why I have concerns about this Dawn of the Jedi supposed movie that's coming. And every time I hear someone talking about either remaking, dude, I'm doing it. I had my thing.
You're doing what? Oh, you're forgetting? Every time they talk about remaking one of these Star Wars IPs, you don't think it's a good idea? It's a good idea.
No, the game set in the past.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes, thank you. God damn, I hate when I have my moments. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
Every time somebody talks about remaking Knights of the Old Republic or making a show or a movie about Knights of the Old Republic, I just kind of like I feel that, like that trepidation. I'm just, please don't. Just don't. I don't want it.
There were game journalists in 2002 when that game was released. The game was released in 2003. There in 2003 that said the story of Old Republic was so much better than Attack of the Clones, which was the movie out at the time. And were they wrong? I don't think so. Like Knights of the Old Republic was so well done because they had an era. Okay, you got the same imagery, you got the Yoda creature, you got the Wookiee. Fine, I'm fine with that. But they left everything else alone.
Yeah,
And
the Sith look they look familiar enough.
Yeah,
like Revan and Malik, like you can see them and you're like, okay, I see that whole Sith-ish mechanical, it's kind of in there, but it's different.
It's different. The droids are blocky, the ships are blocky. It just works, man. And you're so far away from the Skywalker stuff,
And it was cool to see like Jedi enclaves on different planets and this and that. And you're like, oh, okay. Like this is when like the Jedi were at their height and they were all over the place. And they had like basically like, interstellar police departments. It was kind of cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to mess it up. Just leave it alone.
But if they do, we still have the old game, we still have all that stuff. So
true. Yeah. I couldn't even finish the Acolyte and I'm okay with it. So
I didn't even start the Acolyte, buddy. So you're way ahead of me. And everyone with their Andor crap, I don't care about Andor either. I'm sorry. Star Wars has hurt me. That ex-girlfriend, she can only hurt you so many times before you're like, no, you look like Megan Fox, but no, I can't do it anymore.
Speaking of Megan Fox, Matt Tracker Rubin says, Fox body what now? Is that Mustang going to come with Megan Fox mechanic to take care of things?
Oh. Yeah. I don't know.
Fox body.
I don't know.
V. Conley, good friend, one of my mods, channel member, awesome dude. He and his fiance. I love them both to death. Since a $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. It says, prepping and packing for a dance competition and listening in the background. Much love to you both.
That's awesome. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the support you're giving Chad, guys. You guys rock.
Yeah.
So
thank
awesome.
you, Boucher. I greatly appreciate you, my friend. Crazy Sith says, I got my retro Snake Eyes and have the Commando with Timber. I wasn't ever a Ninja Snake Eyes fan, so I don't need him. The reason I wanted to read this, everyone seems to get stuck in this groupthink thing that 85 Snake Eyes is Ninja Snake Eyes. He is not. Snake Eyes is never described as a ninja until Ninja Force. He is always Commando. And the hiss is not a tank.
You need a who gives a shit button. Sorry.
I don't think I have one of those.
Buddy, he's got a sword. I don't know. Doesn't he have little stars on him or something?
But he was still a Commando. I don't have a who gives a shit, but I have this. I don't know if that applies, but I also have this.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face.
Yeah, I have those. I guess they apply.
That's good.
Thank you, Crazy Sith. I appreciate you. Moving on, trying to make sure I get through. Hal Jordan. Chad, do you want to buy a Hot Toys Arkham Batman and Joker? No, I don't. Thank you. See, you see how easy that was?
No.
How about no? Crazy.
No. Not at all.
Oh, how about this? If G.I. Joe dies with us, what would die with the next generation? Pokemon, World of Warcraft, anything?
Nope.
Power Rangers?
Pokemon will not die because Nintendo knows exactly what they're doing. That's never going to happen. World of Warcraft, no, because new players are still coming in. So I would say no. Strong opinions there, but
I like those opinions.
Nintendo relies heavily on nostalgia, but they also move forward at the same time. They always have, and they always will.
I love it.
There you go.
G.I. Joe Cobra 6 Delta 17. That is a name. Oh man, I'm an ass. I didn't say hi to Jay.
What's up, dude? Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah. Hello there.
Right. The prequels, if nothing, give us the best friggin' memes.
I think the prequels are good, man. I do.
I'm a big fan of the Phantom Edit, episode 1.5 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't install mods in my games. I don't watch any weird edits from people. I'm going with George's cut, and that's, you know what I mean? It's just like, it was good to me. Those 3 movies feel like Star Wars to me, and I know most don't agree, but you can tell when George doesn't do it. I'll just put it to you that way. Anyone seen Dial of Destiny, by the way? Does anybody even know what that is?
I watched it. I'm sorry.
Does anybody know what that is? I saw it in the theater once.
Again, look, I'm not going to blame the ma'am, but she's kind of that train wreck enabler, because she gets curious about something and then she's watching it and I'm like,
what you got going on over there?
I guess I'm watching this now. Yeah. We watched Dial of Destiny, and when it was over, we were both like,
okay, I've only seen it once. So when he goes back in time, what is that war or period that he doesn't want to leave? What was that? Roman something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Does anybody remember what the historical event Indy's witnessing, where he's like crying and he doesn't want to go back to his current day? What was that? I was trying to think of it the other day, and of course I could goggle it, but that's a lot.
Yeah, it was. Somebody's going to put it in there. Scott will throw it up, but
like,
yeah,
it was like okay, but I've seen like the first 3 Indies a million times, and I haven't felt the need to watch it again.
You know, and here's another argument. Speaking of Indy, and we're going down the rabbit hole and all this stuff, right? And then the 6 degrees of pop culture pissing. Why is it that our heroes are in there you go, the nostalgic war?
Yes.
I got a thing for that. Hold on, let me find my thing for that. There's my thing.
Go. Nice.
Why is it that our heroes always wind up in a good place? Luke Skywalker, Indiana Jones, so on and so forth, Han Solo, Princess Leia, on and on. Are you leaving, kiddo? I love you. Okay, thanks. Sorry,
well, the last time I saw their buddy Luke Skywalker died on a rock for no reason. So
yeah, he OD'd on the Force. But that's what I'm getting at. This whole like, we need to dissect them and never meet your heroes, and this whole Ryan Johnson rope-a-dope thing. Like, why is it that we have to take? It's like looking at McDonald's. You remember what McDonald's looked like in the 80s? And look at it now. Like, you want to talk about the physical embodiment of a midlife crisis? Like, walk into a McDonald's now, or watch what happened to the greater adventures of our favorite heroes. It's like, why does everybody suck? Yeah, my argument.
Are you referring to the Han, Luke, and Leia? What happened to those 3?
Yeah, you know, deadbeat dad loses his ship. His kid turned to the dark side. Him and his wife are estranged. Luke's turning his back on the Jedi Order. Indiana Jones, when we saw him, he was married with a son, and then we see him again, and then his son died in the Vietnam War, and his wife left him, and it just sucks. Why does it all have to be a downer?
Well, I would say, okay, and here we go, chat. Don't light me on fire. Don't get the torches. Don't come over and burn my house and all that. I like what happened between Kylo Ren and Han Solo. Okay. I like that. I like 7. The other 2, Carrie Fisher, I mean, whoever had to clean up that mess, I feel bad because, you know, her untimely death, and then you have to work with footage from 2 movies ago and cut around that. That's difficult. But what happened to Luke, my boy? Ridiculous. My guy, who brings his father back from the dark side against the emperor of the fucking universe.
Yep.
Brings him back. Now he's like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere because I've seen a lot of Jedi texts and they're pretty bad. And then at the end, he feels bad. So holographically projects himself to this salt planet and that he has just for men for no reason other than because let's do that. And his hair's all weird. And he's got a blue tunic. Oh, because we got to sell that figure. Sorry, we got to sell that separate figure.
Yep.
And then he has a hologram lightsaber fight with Kylo Ren, who lost all of his interesting characteristics in the first movie. See, this is what you get. Star Wars.
And then he ODs on the Force.
And beautiful shot, like he's crying and he sees the twin sons. Like it was beautiful, that part.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what would have been better? Is if
not kill him?
If Luke Skywalker fought the Emperor, if Luke Skywalker fought Rey and Kylo Ren together, or if Kylo Ren and Luke fought Rey and the Emperor together at the end of 9. Holy fucking shit, man. How great would that be to see Luke Skywalker like as a god? That's what we all thought.
Yeah.
That's not what we got though. Because
we're reading Dark Empire, where he like just kind of walks out of nowhere and there's this AT-AT and he's just like boop, he just deflects it like he just
dude. The maniac decides to join the dark side so he can master both sides. Like, It's amazing, man.
Yeah, I know. George Aiken. Hasbro knows that nostalgia sells and the bulk of Dolly sales, see, there you go, are from adults. Agreed.
Of course they are.
Michael Bentz. Great to see you guys together again. I miss these discussions.
Thanks, Michael. Thank you.
100%. Thank you so very much, my dude. Here's a good question. Again, from Nowhere Manchild, because he's a learned dude. He's pretty sharp. Is there a modern cool character the way Boba Fett and Snake Eyes used to be cool? Modern cool mystery character.
I can't think of any
Jeopardy music.
I'm trying to think of like an IP that I currently still watch that is like new. I guess that show The Boys, that's new, right? Those are all new characters, or that's old stuff?
I mean it's based on comics and graphic novels.
I'm just trying to think of new stuff. I don't really watch anything like that, so I would hope so.
Yeah. It's not been redone, so no. Yeah,
I would hope so.
Good question.
I watched Daredevil, so I didn't know who the Muse was, but he was kind of interesting. Then they had to show his face like 2 seconds later. So it's like, or they did the camera thing where you like, okay, I know it's this kid.
Oh my God. It's like the Halo show on Paramount Plus. It's like, dude, Master Chief, we get it. Like, you're the guy from Den of Thieves. Could you put your fucking helmet back on?
Oh, Impossible Pie got it. Mando. Absolutely. There you go. That was a good one. Yeah. I agree with that one.
Okay.
Mandalorian. Din Djarin.
Yeah, Din Djarin. But then now everybody knows it's Pedro Pascal and whatever. Cool. All right, moving on. Jacob Real, channel member for 10 months. By the way, Jacob's not only a super awesome dude, helped me set up my Joe room, but he also works at the best vintage toy store in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Yo Toys.
Sick.
Jacob says, Chad and Bardo, love you guys. Bardo, are you a hockey fan?
I used to like hockey back in the day, buddy, but not today. So my era was like Brett Hull, Marc Messier, Patrick Waugh, that kind of thing. But modern hockey, I do not watch. No.
There you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. Thank you very much, Jacob. Appreciate you very much. We need to hang out again soon. TK Storm, nothing beats a Jay and Chad team up.
Oh,
bring back Friday rankings. We've had discussions about that.
We want to do it. We want to do it, and I don't know if I should say here with everyone here. The reason I don't is because YouTube does not like when you deviate from one. So when I started introducing video games, both contents tanked. So I had to make a choice. So, and I just wasn't the toy stuff for me. The videos I was making just was not doing good. My primary love has always been video games. So I just dove into that and I had to kind of make a choice, right? So it's not that I don't like toys. It's just
Yeah.
It's what I had to do. Yeah.
And and that makes perfect sense. It's the same argument. Like I did a stream about Batman toys, and I've been showing like my Batman toys, and people are like, so like, are you branching out? Are you not going to do like G.I. Joe content anymore? It's like G.I. Joe will always be the single most impactful IP piece of pop culture. Tying back in with the topic.
I got you.
Anything in my life, period. Like that cannot be stressed enough. However, I've always been a fan of Batman. Like I grew up with Super Friends. I grew up with, all the different iterations with Zan and Jaina and then the other freaking twins and so on and so forth. I mean, my whole back is tattooed with Jim Lee Batman. Like I love Batman. I always have. Doesn't mean that I don't like Joe just because,
Sure.
you've gone back to say the video game stuff doesn't mean that you still don't have an entire house full of toys.
Dollies.
And shelfies.
Shelfie. I take lots of shelfies with dollies.
Lots of shelfies. See,
Yeah.
I got
You look,
just
dude.
here, it's moving shelfies.
Those glass cabinets are friggin' beautiful. Oh my god, the lighting, I love it.
I'm a fan. Yeah.
I love it.
Somebody said that because I opened them and somebody said, oh, they're like old medical cabinets. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I dig it.
I really like those, dude. Those are beautiful.
Thank you. I only have like one wall of them, but that's fine. Nowhere Manchild, again, learned guy. He who dies with the most toys still dies. That's true. Very true.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Can't take it with us, unfortunately.
No. And I've said it numerous times before. At some point, I'm just going to hit it, and I'm going to like. It's not a soapbox thing. It's just sharing my thoughts and my values, beliefs, behaviors, and norms. When we talk about cultural norming, I'm just the steward of these little pieces of art and history for right now. And my job as the steward of these things is to keep them safe until I pass them on to someone else, which I will.
Right.
And at some point, the entire collection is going to go at once, and I'm going to fucking move to Italy. And that's going to be it. So,
You'd be like, peace, I'm out.
Yeah, the ma'am and I have discussed it numerous times.
That-
Moving on.
Oh,
Jay, I got something for you.
Let's do it.
HGC sends a $2 super chat.
Let her rip. Oh, that was my swearing.
Yeah.
HCC, what's going on, buddy?
And then look, there's that freaking derpy Sentinel again.
That's the actual like paint apps and everything, the mold of it and everything. Like that's not doctored.
No, I believe that is accurate. Yeah.
That's pretty brute, man.
Look at how stupid that looks.
Pretty brute. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Like that looks like if you're gonna do like a dollar store Sentinel, like if he's like just say the new villain in whatever X-Men movie coming out, you want your kids to be able to have one for like $10. Sure, there's the Sentinel for you. But
that's horrible. That's
Yeah,
nightmare fuel right there.
Yeah,
that's bad. Anyway, thank you, HGC. And I love it when Bardo goes off. Speaking of somebody that we both know and love, our good friend Toggy's Zero. What's up, brother? Sends a Canadian $5 super chat all the way from the Great White North, where this guy is at. The return of Batman and Batman because nobody wants to be Robin.
I do. I want to be Robin.
If it's Tim Drake, I'm down. If it's Damian Wayne, that's your guy.
Robin. Yep.
What are your thoughts on I know it's like an Elseworlds future what if kind of a thing. What are your thoughts on Carrie Kelly Robin?
Don't know if I know who that is.
Dark Knight
Carrie
Returns, the young girl, big green glasses.
Red hair.
Yeah.
She have red
Like
hair?
a wispy.
I don't know anything about the character. Like if it's a female, you mean? Like is that what the main
No, just like
question
what are your thoughts on her version of Robin?
I don't know anything about the character. If it's female or male, I don't care. I like the idea that Robin is a mantle. I didn't like how it started off as Dick Grayson was Robin, and I like how he got older and became Nightwing, and then it got passed down. I really like that. That's another reason I love Robin so much is because it is a mantle. It's like Batman's sidekick. his apprentice, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Ward.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's great.
One thing that I appreciate about not just the Robins, but as the Robins grow up and, grow in different aspects of their lives and they move on to other things, Red Robin, which, it's a little bit on the nose, Nightwing, et cetera, Bruce Wayne is an orphan, and then through his crusade, he builds a family that he never had. So in a way, the Batman makes Bruce Wayne whole, aside from the fact that, he pummels criminals because of what Joe Chill did to his parents, but he has a family now, not just him and Alfred, who is his, surrogate father, of course, for all intents and purposes, but like he has kids. Those are like his children.
Right.
I mean, yeah, Tim Drake still has his dad, but Jason, 100%. Dick, 100%. I said Dick.
Oh, you said it, Chad. He said
Damien is his son because of his crusade with Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul. He has a son. I always appreciated just how deep that becomes when you really look at it, other than just the surface value of, look, a Robin. So I like the Bat family. I do.
And I like how everyone is so different. And I remember when Jason Todd was killed, like when I was a kid, and just the gravity of that, and even the cover of that one book. Oh my God, man. He's like got bloated up. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Robin's just always been very interesting to me. The squeaky clean 60s Batman show, like even that cheesy one, like they're all so different.
Yeah, the Burt Ward version. But again, this kind of goes back to, if DC was against making new characters the way that we see happens in current day pop culture, we would have never had a Jason Todd Robin. We would have never had a Red Hood. We would have never had a Tim Drake Robin. We would have never had a Damian Wayne Robin. It would still be fucking Dick Grayson. Like Bart Simpson is eternally whatever freaking age that kid is.
Which is strange too, given that two of the IPs we love the most, Joe and Transformers, are built on ensemble casts.
Yep.
That every single year we're getting new characters. Right? It's just I don't get it now why we're frozen in this we have to have Shipwreck every year kind of era. I'll never wrap my head around it.
You know why? And this is just my take. This is my observation from my, firing position or whatever.
Yeah.
The Transformers movie and the Joe movie is what killed that. The death of Prime and Rodimus Prime and what that did to people in the uproar and the new Joes coming in, Duke taking the snake and Falcon and all. I think that those two events in regard to those specific IPs just turned people off of like, this is why we can't do new shit. Just a thought. And I know you love Hot Rod, Rodimus Prime.
Hot Rod and Falcon are my two favorites.
See?
For both those IPs, because they're pretty similar to this. It's pretty similar in character,
yeah,
right?
That whole hero's journey thing,
yeah. The unlikely hero, the punk kid kind of thing, yeah.
Farm boy Luke, it's all the same.
It's all the same, yeah. But Rodimus Prime is so different. He's such a different leader. He's not nearly the leader as Optimus Prime, and he questions himself at every turn. In fact, he gives the Matrix back in one episode. Like, I can't be the leader anymore. Take it. I want to be Hot Rod again. Like Prime would never do that. Right. So it's cool because it's different. Just like Magnus, when he was the leader for those 2 seconds, he was very militant and very cold and sterile. And I can't worry about them. We have to worry about this. And Prime would have never let them crash out. Prime would have been, oh, fuck, we got to go save them. But Magnus is like, nope, we got to stay on the mission. Those guys, we'll worry about them later. So I like that there was different versions of that. And I think when you grow up with something and you spend X amount of hours with a character that you love, and to see them taken away like that is very traumatic. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I believe it's true, right? So we tend to recoil back, right? Like, who the hell's Hot Rod? That's not Optimus Prime. What is that? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying
That,
anymore.
I mean, that's just my 2 cents, but you know, we talked about Robins and things like that. But thank you very much, Tall Geese. You definitely got your $5 out of that super chat. I appreciate you, my dude. Brad Davenport. Yeah. Look, James McKellen Destro, the 23rd, sends a $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Brad, and says, Chad, the word community can be misused. By the way, have you seen my watch? I know what you're talking about, and no, but this is for you.
Community, and community.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Action Joe Figs. Chad, I almost signed up for a history conference in Albuquerque in mid-October just to go and hang out with you and learn more about Real American Hero Joe. Denied by my administration. Crap.
No.
I'm sorry to hear that. I would have loved to have hang out with you. Hopefully soon in the future, but I'm sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. And then here you go, Jay. You want to read this one? People like to hear your voice.
I'd be fine with new stuff in old IPs, but do them well, or I won't participate. I hate to keep bringing them up, but Eagle Force brought the OGs as old guys leading and teaching the next gen. And that's all I want. Zaymont, that's all I want. And I don't think that that's too much to ask for. Like, I just don't understand where nostalgia takes over so much that it's like, and I always use Shipwreck because he's so extreme looking, right? Like, as far as,
hey, Lady J,
you know, like he's so extreme in every way. So I always use Shipwreck as the example. It's like, when do we freeze at Shipwreck? And then everything else that came after, it's like, oh, I don't want any of that. We got to stay with like 85 and below.
With
like
freaking bird. Yeah.
Again, the IP was created to bring all walks of life into GI Joe, all men, women, all different races, cultures. That's what was so great about it. Every year you might see a Duke, you might not see a Duke for 3 years, but we still got a ton of new characters, and that's why I love GI Joe. It's like, who's going to be there? Like, who's coming out this year? Oh my god, this guy is a boxing guy. Best Joe. That's actually Chad's favorite, by the way. Is
no, he is not.
1987.
No.
If you
no,
Big Boa.
no.
Boa rules, buddy.
He sucks. But you're not going to see that anymore. And that sucks. But to kind of add to what Zaymont Rogue's talking about and what you were saying as well, Top Gun Maverick. That's a good way to do it.
Okay, so you know,
Maverick was only brought into that for one specific reason. All those other pilots, they were capable on their own. They introduced new characters, even like his leadership. That changed. Everything changed. You see Iceman die, right? The only thing that carries over is Maverick. You know, yeah, you got Goose's Kid and Rooster and things like that, but like you don't have the original love interest from the first movie come back. You don't have Tom Skerritt. You don't have any of that stuff. You don't have Michael Ironside.
Right.
All new. It's just Maverick's brought in to do a job. He does the job. Right. Carries on the story of Maverick's involvement with, you know, naval aviation, but it was fresh. It was different.
And it worked.
And they weren't flying F-14s except for that one moment.
Because that movie it was received incredibly well. I've never seen either, by the way, chat. I know it's crazy. I've never seen either Top Gun. I know I'm a Joe guy and I've never seen Top Gun. I'm sorry. But that movie was received incredibly well. And so was the sequel is what I'm talking about. So I think they're doing something right over there. Big Boa.
Jay's never seen Top Gun.
What the hell is even that?
What the hell is even that? I saw the Family Guy episode where they did Top Gun. That's pretty much like I've seen.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, that's all you need then. Yeah.
Pretty close. Yeah.
Michael Bentz, have you guys read the Energon Universe G.I. Joe comics? Yes. Not only have I read them all, but I did a live stream with Mike from Junkie and Crafts and Builds and Jesse from JLS Comics, where we talked about the Energon Universe. Why aren't we leaning on that stuff when we're talking about Joe and Transformers and things like that? I also attended both of, I I'm having a moment. I'm sorry, but both of the Energon related panels at San Diego Comic-Con. And not to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna
Toot toot.
This masterpiece Megatron is going to have his arm removed and his eyes removed, and he's going to have Laserbeak on his shoulder. This is a new custom that I'm working on because he will be the Energon version of Megatron. And the cannon arm is going to go on this MP10 Prime that is right over here off screen. And so, yeah, I will be making a video about those customs. So, yes, I love the Energon stuff. It is a fantastic new spin on old characters and old stories. Jay?
Michael, no, I have not. No.
Oh, they're so good, dude.
Nope.
So
I
good.
still function. Wanna bet?
Yeah, they're so good.
Screen.
Yeah.
Still the best animated movie in history. I'll stand.
Look, I'm going to say this to you right now. You haven't really gotten into the Energon stuff, but what would you say if, 3 or 4 years ago when you and I really started like building our friendship and hanging out on streams together again? Thank you for all that you've done for me for streaming.
Buddy, stop.
What would you say if I told you all those years ago, hey, there's going to be a new G.I. Joe series and Cobra Commander is going to be ruthless and calculating and kind of like Hannibal Lecter. He's human, but we incorporate Transformers because he's been brought into Cobra Law as an outsider, and he's doing experiments on Megatron. Would you think I was crazy?
No, but I think that sounds cool.
And that's what they did.
Yep.
And it's freaking awesome.
It sounds cool.
It's so good, man.
Is it a continuation? Are we following any kind of particular canon here? Or are we just you kind of know the characters, so we're kind of loose about it?
Right. You kind of know the characters, but it's like an all new spin on everyone and everything. And it's just good. It's good. And it follows numerous comic books. Like you have to read Transformers, you have to read Void Rivals, then you have to read like the individuals. So like Duke, Baroness, Destro, Cobra Commander, and Scarlet. And then it kind of all culminates into a G.I. Joe book. But now Baroness is a good guy.
Okay.
It's good, dude.
I can get behind stuff like that because it's different, and it sounds like it's different, not for the sake of being different, but it seems justified. So yeah, I think that sounds really cool, man. So why can't they make figures out of those? Out of that stuff?
Well, they do a little bit here and there. So like there's a Void Rivals set with Jetfire and the Void Rivals, the main two characters from these two different societies. There's that. The new Night Force Beachhead and Classified, that is based on the Beachhead from the Energon Universe comics, but it's very pick and choose. Like you get one thing here and one thing there, but there's nothing cohesive. So it's just kind of weird.
And that's the problem. And
that's
what
they're
I've
afraid
wanted.
to fucking do it. They're afraid to do it.
That's where with Classified, I didn't see where they were going with it. They were just kind of, okay, obviously the first four figures are the ones we expected. But after that, it's like, where are you going? Well, you got a Tiger Force guy before you have the original guy, and then you got a Night Force guy. You know, like, what is it? Slaughter is no longer a Marauder, and what is going on here? Right?
Yeah, it's like
no direction. So we need direction.
Do you want Shipwreck to look like Shipwreck, look like in a real American hero and no other choice, or do you want Mad Marauders and now your version 1 bazooka is Tiger Force?
Nobody, buddy, nobody wants Tiger Force in 2020 something. It was awful in the 80s. It's awful now. Rock band.
No, I get you. Transporter 8. I feel you, Chad. It's an honor to have my son in the U.S. military Army branch and watching the evolution of a young man. Very cool, man. Awesome. Tell your son I said thank you for your service. Appreciate it. Mojo. I think Hasbro's scared of new characters because creators are smarter now and need to get paid for the work. Yeah. As they should, and or because They know same characters sell, but eventually it'll die. Couldn't agree more. Jay, thoughts on that? Anything?
You could even be super lazy, Mojo, and take the 2011 and up Hama stuff and just pull the one-offs from that. I'd be happy with that. And I said this years ago too. And I know that there's been a few sprinkled here or there, but for the most part, it's the same characters. I mean, I saw someone post Cobra Commander version 3 classified. I don't know how old that is. I've lost track of that stuff, but I saw someone post that. I'm like, fuck, nobody wanted that back in the day, in 87.
Battle Armor Cobra Commander.
Nobody wants that now.
But Jay, he comes with the iguana version of Serpentor that got put in the Pythonizer Ray. Don't you remember Operation Dragonfire?
Unless it comes with the Fred 7 head, which I doubt very much it did.
Nope.
Then I'm passing.
He does not. He comes with regular eyes and then serpent eyes.
Oh, thank God. Because I thought we hated the G.I. Joe movie. No, we like it now, or like make up my mind, Hasbro.
Yeah, that's like all the people who bashed Cobra Law for decades, and then as soon as they're like, oh, we're coming out with Nemesis Immortal, because we can't call him Nemesis Enforcer anymore, and people are like, oh man, yeah, I can't wait. I'm like, wait a second. You guys were shitting on Cobra Law forever. Hey, I got this for you.
Man, D's nuts great again every day. I'll make these nuts great again every day.
Yeah, you know. Matt Tracker Rubin, thank you again, my good man. Sends $5 super chat and says, dude, bruh. DC has consistently made great animated movies, but they're all direct to stream /disc. Yep.
And I agree. That's where I found out who Damian Wayne was, because I bought whatever that one was called.
Son of Batman.
Son of Batman. Yeah, I'm like, this
dude,
is amazing.
And the sequel to that one, Batman versus Robin, where they bring in the Court of Owls and it's just wholesale ass whooping. Those two movies, fantastic. Pretty much a part 1 and a part 2.
But Matt, that's what I was saying. Like, why don't you just make the whole thing CG? Justice League was so bad looking, right? So, I mean, Henry Cavill's going to be Superman. That's fine. Make the cartoon or CG character look like Henry Cavill. That's fine.
Yep.
Even mocap him like a video game. But why do you gotta see this outline and the CG mustache and all that shit? Oh my God.
Because that's that bullshit.
It's rough. It's rough, buddy. That's that bullshit.
Yes, Matt, 100%. Absolutely agree. Thank you for the super chat. The DC animated stuff is always good.
It's good.
Carnage 717. What's up, buddy? Says, Chad, have you seen the Making Megaforce documentary they have coming out? Yes, I did back it. I backed it like day one and I went all in. That's Bob Lindemeyer. And I am 100% in support of that. Bob's a great dude. We talk. We're Facebook friends. But yeah, I 100% support what Bob is doing. And he has Bostwick's undying 100% support. Absolutely.
Nice.
That's awesome. Anybody hanging out has not heard of Making Megaforce, by all means, go on Facebook and just search Making Megaforce and go down the rabbit hole of the good guys always win. Yeah.
Very cool.
Patrick Strauko, start G.I. Joe in Nom and move forward in time from then. I'd be all for that. I'd be all for that.
I see what you're saying. I personally would continue it from 94. That's what I would do. But then you can still have your Duke and everyone won't freak out, but you can make them just look a little older. Flynn can look a little older, whatever. Then have some new recruits. Like the new recruits they did in the movie. The G.I. Joe movie, the animated one, like the new recruits they have every year. I don't know. I feel like I'm a broken record here, but it just seems like it's so easy.
Yeah.
But they won't do it. Like,
I mean, one way you can incorporate Nom with Joe, and I've kind of talked about this before. So again, right, we're doing a little bit of the broken record thing, but if you made it a period piece and set it in the 80s, and then when you talked about the whole Snake Eyes Storm Shadow backstory, like they did in Rise of Cobra, instead of 10-year-old boys in Tokyo, you could just make them, long-range reconnaissance patrol soldiers in Vietnam. So yeah, I mean, you could still do it, but again, Lorenzo Di Bonaventura, fuck that guy.
I don't understand how the Larry Hama origin of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow was not used. Like, that story is so good. Like G.I. Joe 26 is one of my favorite comic books of all time. I've read that a million times. 26, 27. How could you miss that mark, dude? Especially in the age when it's like we're just remaking things. Well, just tell that story. Larry wrote it for you in the friggin' 80s, man. Just put it on film.
Yeah. No.
There you go.
100%. I'm with you. And I know a lot of people say that, like, well, certain stuff doesn't translate mediums. And I'm like, oh, okay, I understand that. But 300 is pretty fucking awesome. 300 is pretty awesome.
Translate mediums when you completely change Snake Eyes into a completely new character, or when you use like bionic suits for your characters. Like, what?
You know, I have argued, and I will always argue until the day that I no longer have a voice to say it, that Snake Eyes Origins movie did more to damage the G.I. Joe IP than if they just put G.I. Joe back on ice for another 20 years. That movie fucking hurt the IP.
Which, when I heard like the whisperings that Larry Hama was on set and he was praising it, like,
he's in the movie.
Larry Hama's in the movie?
Yeah, he has a cameo. He walks through the streets in the rain with an umbrella. Yeah, he was on set. Yeah.
You know what? All you needed was a little description from Mr. Hama at the beginning that said, basically, like George, I'm passing on G.I. Joe to a new generation. They have the right to do whatever they want with it. It's
a new interpretation of my
It's a new interpretation of Snake Eyes. And then us old schools would be like, it's still not great, but okay. If the boss says that, then I'm kind of okay with it. But it's just like, so he's basically saying that what he came up with, the origin of those two iconic characters, is just scrapped in this other garbage of him being a street fighter and he can talk and all this stuff.
And there's always been different spins on it. Like G.I. Joe Resolute put a spin on it. Rise of Cobra put a spin on it, so on and so forth. But you take this iconic character and you remove everything that makes him that character. He never shuts up. He never has the mask on. He never has the space damage, any of this stuff. Could you see if they did that to Batman? Like when Darren Aronofsky tried to do his Batman Year One with Big Al instead of Alfred? No, that shit's not gonna fly. Just don't mess with it. Like, if you're gonna fuck it up that bad, just leave it alone. Just my argument. Whatever.
You can't change a character's origin. You can play around with it a bit, but you can't completely change it. And you completely change what the character looks like, what he stands for, what he is.
He's not even a hero. He's a piece of shit. He lies to everybody and stabs them all in the back.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow was basically like the protagonist in that freaking movie.
It's not even Snake Eyes, and that's the thing, right? It could be any character from any martial arts movie script. But it's not
jokingly said they could have called that an American Ninja in Tokyo and put like a Michael Dudikoff cameo in it, and it probably would have made more money.
Yeah.
Just
guess who would go see that, Chad? All of us, the same crowd. So it wouldn't have made a difference, man.
The power of pop culture, my dude.
Yeah.
Headcanon. Is the armadillo a tank? No, it is a tracked anti-aircraft. That's what it is.
It's a tank. Headcanon.
It's not.
It's a tank. Oh God, he's getting his dollies. He's getting his dollies.
How is that a tank?
That doesn't look like a tank to you. Are you okay?
It's not a tank.
Are you going to be all right? That doesn't look like a tank to you.
It's not a tank.
That doesn't look like a tank to you. Jesus.
It's got 4 fire-linked anti-aircraft artillery cannons.
That doesn't look like a tank to you. But he thinks because he's been drove a tank over here one or two times. He's a big expert over here now.
This is not a tank. It's not a tank.
Buddy.
Look, and he's just sitting back laughing. He's just over there cackling on the internet. I made them argue about it. That's that bullshit.
No fun on the G.I. Joe stream. We talked
No,
about
we're not allowed to have fun at all. Speaking of no fun, Zaymot Rogue. Chad, I'm going to challenge you here. Challenge and encourage. That's what I'm all about. You're not mostly a Joe channel. You're a personality. Thanks. We discuss toy life in the Lord's scale. Talk about whatever you want. Eagle Force. Yeah, we've discussed that. I actually started looking into that already, but I thought it was funny. Curb Stomp had to bounce. Thank you for being here, Curb Stomp. And then Stuart Jardine said, just about midnight over here. Time to hit the pit. Great show, gentlemen. Chat squad, a pleasure as always. Thank you, Stuart. Appreciate it. Zaymot Rogue had to bounce as well. HGC channel member for 17 months uses his chat on a pop culture note. I don't think we'll see any new films with staying power a la Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Now with studios being monopolies that won't do new. Thoughts, Jay? I think you nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly has been the case over the last decade. I would totally agree with that. That sounds about right to me. But let's just say that that's the playground we're allowed to exist in now. That doesn't mean writers can't exist within that. They don't have to. Like, I don't know the Dinks, Lord of the Dinks. I don't follow that, right? I don't know anything about those movies. But what I do know about is Star Wars. And I will say, you can exist outside the Skywalker world. They're just not allowed to. But
because you have those spreadsheet people that are like, well, if it's not Skywalker or Skywalker related, it's gonna flop.
Yeah,
bullshit.
You know how you were saying about the Megaforce sequel or whatever, like you want it but you don't or whatever.
Yeah,
that's how I felt when Luke came in. What was it, Mandalorian? And
Season
he came.
2 finale?
He saved. I can't even remember, but I loved it so much. Didn't care about the CG face and all that. I'm like, this is great for the story. And then what happened, Chad? The very next season in Boba Fett, we got way too much Luke.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Luke needed to take Grogu. Goodbye. That's it. Luke's gone. He takes Grogu to be trained.
But Grogu sells merch, and they wouldn't allow him to be out of the picture. And so they basically negated the whole point of season 2, sending that weird little, magician off to his people. Sure.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. It sucks, but I get it. Thank you, HGC. I appreciate it. Crazy Sith. I have watched a couple documentaries, and Duke was supposed to die like Prime did, but after the backlash, exactly. Yeah, so they went back and they did what's called ADR, which is, they just recorded additional dialogue. And they put him into a coma because of all the backlash and parents writing, and my kid is traumatized because you killed Optimus Prime.
Hey guys, Duke's gonna be okay. Yeah, that part. So that wasn't added in at all, right?
No. Or when Scarlet goes, he's going into a coma. Yeah. No, he was dead. 100% dead. Yeah.
Nice Absolutely. Lightning J. What does nice Lightning J mean? What does that mean, Lisa?
I don't know. I'm not there. TJC, look who's here, Jay. The gang's
good old buddy
here. What's up, Terry? Good to see you, my friend. Sends a $5 super chat. Glad to catch you both in a stream together, legends. Oh, am I part of the Legends Club? I guess I am, huh?
Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lighting. Sorry. Yes, of course you are. And we say on my channel, we say community, and that's okay. Chad and I don't. Chad doesn't like the C word. I like the C word. I like the C word. I like. Whoa.
That's what she said.
Michael,
I had
please. Michael, please. I might have set you up on that one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Are you done with your point about the word?
I like the word community because my community is nice people. So that's all I'll say. So I like it, but I can understand why you don't and why people don't. 100%.
I don't like the abuse of the word.
Community.
Yes, when people do bad things, I agree with you. They need to be called out. I know what you're getting at. I saw the video.
That's it. I don't like the abuse of it. Thank you, Terry. It's good to see you. I hope you and your son are doing fantastic. We need to rock some Wildlands soon, and then maybe get this guy back in it. Because the last time we all played Wildlands together, we were being all stealthy and shit, and we're just kind of like moving out to flank. And Jay's like, "Oh, hey, can I shoot this thing down?"
Nope, that's okay. Allow me to tell the truth and your community, Chad.
Go ahead.
This is what happened. We were playing Ghostbusters Wildlands.
Ghost Recon's Wildland. We were attacking. Yeah, we were going to sneak into a Unidad facility.
No, listen, this is how it's going to go. When you play one of these
ground.
games with Chad, it's fucking terrifying because you feel like you're in a real unit. He's like, all right, Alpha Bravo, everyone stay down, be silent. And I'm like, there's a helicopter in the middle of that compound. In my mind, he's like, Grand Theft Auto, baby. So I run down. Chad's fucking silent for most of the rest of the game. He was pissed because I fucking fucked everything. But he was all like super military, and I'm like, let's go jack that helicopter, bro.
Yeah. Let's start firing some 40 millimeter grenades in the middle of this compound. Oh, okay. Now they know where we're at.
It was fun. It was fun. We got to do that.
I
again.
wasn't mad. I was just mystified by it. I was just like,
yeah. So anyone who out there who's playing games with Chad, you better listen. Otherwise, he'll turn off your Xbox. I'll tell you that right now.
we're gonna tag all the enemies. We're gonna be tactical about it, right? I'm gonna set up the sync shot. I'm gonna be like, okay, you take 2, you take 3, I'll take 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1, fire. Right? Nice and quiet. We don't go loud unless we gotta. Unless you play with Jay, and then you just like start crashing shit into other shit.
If we take the helicopter, then you guys can open fire. It'll be just like Commando. It didn't happen that way because I died.
You got your ass whooped, and I'm just
did.
like everybody else is like engaging, and I'm just over there like on this Overwatch position, just watching this shit show unfold, and I'm like,
It was Leroy Jenkins, 2023 or whatever it was. Yeah.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you, Terry. Still Wind 87. Thank you very much for the super chat, my dude. Are we the problem? We can't let go of Duke or Prime. Jay?
Yes. Yeah, I think we are.
Good night.
There's nothing wrong with having loving your icons. Like, arguably everyone loves Optimus Prime. He's the best Transformer. End of story. Sure. But allow Rodimus to come in. You don't like Rodimus. I get it. Rodimus won't be there forever, but you have to let things evolve. And of course, people didn't like it. So what do? They make a shitty The Return of Optimus Prime miniseries, which was terrible. And then he dies worse than the first time.
He's a zombie. He's like terrible. He's like Solomon Grundy in robot form.
Yeah.
No, still Wind. I think we are the problem.
Characters like Duke and Prime is that they will always exist, and they've always done what they've done in the canon. So that's never going to change. Do you know what I mean? But all I'm saying is if we're going to continue, allow Duke to be older, give him the trench coat and the one eye or whatever he's going to have and the hat and all that. Let's make it go forward is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like even in one of the comics versions, you get General Hawk and he gets his face all blasted and he's wearing an eye patch and he's all scarred up. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm all about that. Like, just put a different spin on it, even if it's just window dressing or time setting or something.
Blow his arm off. Give him a robot arm. Like, let's do it.
Blow that damn arm off. Let's go. Give him that Luke Skywalker treatment.
Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, advancements in prosthetics. Why not? Thank you, Stillwind. And I'm going to say 100%. HCC with a $2 super chat and that freaking derpy face. I want a Tiger Force in 2025. Thank you very little, Bartlett.
Sorry, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I want Kiss to have their farewell tour with
No. Kiss sucks.
That's never going to happen.
Kiss sucks.
We all want stuff, but we're not going to get it, right?
We all want Kiss to go away.
Oh, shut up. But you're right, HGC. We did get Tiger Force in 2021 or whatever. We got Bazooka. So you did get it, man.
You got it. I know.
You did get it.
You got it, baby. Jay.
What? The ma'am is here with the $4.99.
The ma'am is here. Where is it? I got it right here. Look, the ma'am's still here. But speaking of Megaforce, a loving thumb kiss to my beautiful, amazing, awesome wife, the ma'am, who is out doing awesome ma'am shit.
Nice.
That's right. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. The ma'am. Anyway, Brian Stevenson. Jay, do you have both versions of the Desert Convoy truck? Those are the best items in 2008 Hasbro Indie line, in my opinion.
I only have the one that the Ark was carried in. I don't have the other one. I have the Jeep and the motorbike with the sidecar. I don't have the other truck, though. I've never actually found it.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
I like
it is
that.
a good question.
Thanks, Scott. See, Scott throws in all the cool, eclectic shit. Hey, speaking of awesome people, Robert from Robert's Infinite Realms is here. What's up, brother? I cannot tell you how many arguments I got into in the anniversary lines days that the line needed new, fresh characters, and I kept getting shut down and dogpiled. Oh, that's because of that fucking word community. Glad to hear what Jay is saying. Robert's been around. That dude has been around forever. Since before like Facebook and Instagram, like he was around on like the old school message board days.
Oh,
Dude,
so you're
knows
like the Star Wars boards, ICQ and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy was into those message boards. I never had a computer that could do any of that stuff. What was I talking about here? This was a while ago, wasn't it? Needed fresh characters. Oh, the fresh character stuff. Yeah. I mean, I could say that for all IPs, and I think I'll use the Force Awakens as a template because I think that started off good, and we had old Leia and we had old Han. Luke was a myth. It started out so good, and then you had all these new characters. And I don't care if you don't like Rey. I don't care. You had Rey, you had Finn, you had Poe. Here's the old, here's the new. Everything works until it didn't in the next one. So there you go.
Hey, you know that that whole thing about setting up the Knights of Ren? Nah, we're just gonna let that go.
I forgot about them. What about all the Vader worship? What was that again? That was like the one main interesting thing about Ren was he was obsessed with his grandfather. And
we're just here to subvert expectations and piss on your legacy characters.
Yeah,
100%. 100%. Jay, did you see this cool new mic that I got from HyperX?
I like it, buddy. I like your sticker on the side, buddy guy.
It's actually a button, but thank you very much.
It's very nice there, buddy guy. Button guy.
Hey, buddy guy.
What's in there, buddy guy?
It's been too long, dude. I've missed so much.
What's up, buddy guy?
Yeah.
Hey. Come on, buddy guy. Let's go.
Mike from Junkie and Crafts and Builds. What's up, my friends? This sounds like Leroy Jenkins.
It was.
We already talked about it.
It was Leroy. 100%.
Yeah. That's this guy over here. This guy. Jay
It's
Bartlett.
me. I'm the Canadian. It's all my fault. I did it.
Not only are you Leroy Jenkins, HGC says Bartlett just runs down people on the streets of Liberty City. Complete menace.
Dude, you see how packed those streets are? That's not my fault, buddy. It's like unnaturally packed. Like, who wants to do that? Like, get out of my way.
It is fun to watch you play some GTA. Even though I've never played a GTA game, I kind of live vicariously through you. And I'm sure some people are like, what? You've never played GTA? No.
Nah.
Or Fallout. But that being said, I enjoy watching you play it. It's fun.
It's a fun channel game. Most people like it. And the music, man. You cannot stream Grand Theft Auto without the tunes. You have to. You just have to.
Yeah. And then Scott Hughes chimes in, producer Scott, and says, you would be the driver of Killdozer.
That's a true story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ender's Shadow. the best and closest Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow movie to date so far has been Chuck Norris's The Octagon. That's a good hot take. I like that. Here you go. This is for you.
I want to rock and roll night and party every day. It's science. There's that picture again, Hal. You keep commenting, Hal. I don't mind. Love it. He just leaves it up there. Oh, he doesn't like it. Oh, here we go. He's going to tell you why he doesn't like it. He met Gene Simmons at a deli when he was 3 or some shit, and Gene didn't look at him the right way, so he doesn't like Kiss or some shit like that. I don't know.
I was at NAMM with people in my band and other bands, Bad Religion. Gene Simmons happened to be there, and he was a total prick. It's fine. Whatever. I don't fault the guy for being Gene Simmons. He's a self-made man, but I just don't like their music. However, the other thing to unpack here is that he is baiting me for this.
It's science, people! Science!
Holy. That guy broke the microphone. That's crazy.
I didn't even look. I cut out the third one where he goes up like 2 more octaves.
Like
Because
you can
people
really
said
like
it was
jar
too
somebody if
shrill.
they're not prepared to hear that. That's like it's pretty
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah. Headcanon. Part of that was Disney wanted to use the books, comics, etc. to fill the story, to make everything canon and everything a must buy. That's a good point.
Are we talking
Not only
Star
did they,
Wars?
with the whole sequel trilogy, and they wanted you to have to get everything to round out the story, but they also killed the EU and then cherry picked it later.
Yeah, but that's what
Couldn't come up with
Filoni's doing
original
with
shit.
Ahsoka. He's retelling the Heir to the Empire trilogy, but he's putting in his characters that are completely
It's not Luke,
uninteresting and
it's
boring.
Ahsoka. And Ahsoka is basically Rebels 2.0. That's all it is. It's
That's
just
what I
Rebels.
mean. Like now Sabine is a Jedi for no other reason than because like everybody's a Jedi and lightsabers don't kill anybody anymore.
Well, but Kathleen Kennedy and others came out and said that, like, oh yeah, everybody can feel the Force. Everybody can access the Force. It's like, well, no.
But what about the midichlorians, actually? I'd rather go with the midichlorians that George made than the fact that just anybody can have the Force.
All you got to do is try hard enough. You know what that is? That is the galaxy far, far away equivalent of a fucking participation ribbon. That's what it is. If you try hard enough, you can just, move shit. Mind.
So you got that kid at the end of episode 8. He's been fucking staring at
Room
that
kid,
broom
yeah.
for like 40 years. He's like, one of these days, and then the one guy's just like, watch this, and he just pushes the broom. Then the kid's like, oh my god, I have the Force. Goes into battle, instantly killed.
Yeah,
but I thought I had the Force.
Yeah,
don't worry, lightsabers won't kill you anyway, buddy.
I thought I could buy battle robots. No,
yeah,
no, probably not. Yeah, headcanon. Perfect point. Yeah, absolutely. And then 0 points given. It was probably already said, but Bobby Vala made new characters into Action Force. Yep. Sure did.
I believe you guys. I don't know jack shit about Action Force, but I like that idea. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Set it in the future, whole lore, history of the characters, all that stuff. Yep. Brand new everything. And that's why when that dude takes his toy line to any con, he has a line around the fucking building every day of the con because people are hungry for new shit. And, fans do the best work. Independent toy companies are killing it. Yeah,
but
100%.
You get what I'm saying, though, dude? It's like you can have it both ways. You actually can.
Yeah.
You can have the old with the new. Even Classified, do half the wave old, half the wave new. I don't even care, man. Just something. And I know they did a few new ones. I know.
Yeah,
Actually, they did. Huh?
Well, actually, did you know that the Mad Marauders are completely new because they're not the Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders anymore? Did you know
that? Hey, who gives a shit? Sorry.
That's what I need. I need a who gives a shit.
I'm trying to think of. Oh, okay. This is a deep dive. It's an old Leslie Nielsen movie called Spaceship. Okay? It's called Spaceship. It's got Laverne and Shirley. One of them is in it. Anybody know Spaceship? Anybody remember this? Leslie Nielsen's from the 80s. But anyway, one of the characters in that says, "Hey, who gives a shit?" And I've always just carried it with me. So that's where that's from.
Well, now I'm going to have to hunt for that quote.
Nobody gives a shit.
HCC says hashtag Broom Kid has a posse. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Larry, what's up, dude? And says, it's Chad and Jay. What's up? Sorry I'm late.
Larry.
It's okay. Never apologize for being late. At least you came and had a good time with us to some degree.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
100%. Mother Slug says, it's science, people, and other sideshow freaks equals nightmare juice. Me later tonight screaming in my bed. You know what? You know what you get for that? Oh, I'm not done.
Just checking in. Have you drank water today? Did you eat? Did you take your meds?
I did all of that.
I'll leave it at that.
I did all of that.
I'll leave it at that for right now. But you know who hasn't made an appearance? I'm going to save her. I'm going to save her for later.
You got lots, buddy. You got lots.
Oh, I do. Oh, yeah. It's all about the nightmare fuel around here. Nightmare fuel and screaming goats.
Right.
Cameos of my wife and the dogs every now and again. Smudge Customs, almost like he cares about what people want. Yeah, talking about Bobby, 100%.
But isn't that proof? And I don't know enough about, obviously he's doing well with that line, right? Isn't that proof enough a military 6-inch line can do well with new characters? Like Hasbro, just like copy their paper for God's sake. Copy the whole
They have been ever since freaking Action Force. And I'm a big fan of a rising tide raises all ships. Like if one person comes up with a good idea, you know, or like a new point of articulation, or God forbid, like removable magazines and you know, blast effects in weapons.
Yeah.
Other people are going to do that. Like Hasbro never had removable magazines, blast effects, or extra hands or heads with their figures until freaking Valaverse did it. And there's nothing wrong with that. The bros want to get mad about that stuff, but everybody wins. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. There's enough little dolly money for everybody out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Zakanan, the translucent one. If Bobby kills one of his characters off in Action Force, I bet he wouldn't bring them back. Probably not. No, I don't think so.
Zakanan, that's funny you mentioned that. That's one reason why I stopped reading comics back in the 90s. Was because Death of Superman, Death of Magneto, and the Jim Lee X-Men, and then they just bring both of them back. It really, really bummed me out, man, because it was like, I was so upset when they killed Superman. I was so upset. And it turns out, you know, slow hard and all that. Doctors can't detect it. And here's these 4 other idiots, and he's back. And I just felt,
I felt like I powered battery. He's just got to recharge.
I remember getting the white bag one, the Rebirth or whatever. And I was just like, you know, when Ralphie in A Christmas Story figures out that it's just a crummy commercial, that's what I felt like. I was like, he's
Drink
back.
your Ovaltine.
I was like, he's back? Son of a bitch. And I just dropped it. And I was like, never read a comic again.
Yes, I will agree with you on that. Like everything was like a, you know, got him kind of rope-a-dope thing for a little while there.
Yeah.
I will argue that Nightfall, not the same, because they broke the bat, brought in Azrael for a reason, because he didn't want Dick Grayson to have to face off with what he just went through. But you know, he comes back. He has that, like, to see Bruce Wayne get a new hero's journey, and he has to go to Lady Shiva, and he has to do the whole Mask of Tengu thing and all that stuff. Like, I liked that. And then when he finally came back and faced off against Azrael, it wasn't like, we're just going to beat the shit out of each other. Like he beat him with his brains. And I really like Nightfall. I'm biased. It's fine.
Two things to that. Zakanan, most entertainment has no stakes, which is why The Walking Dead also failed, because at any time characters would die Then they started doing fake out deaths, and then we started not trusting the writers. So that's why Walking Dead failed. I just want to throw that out there too. Western entertainment has no stakes. Yeah, I totally agree, dude. I totally agree. It's just boring.
Yes.
It's just boring.
Oh yeah, Drew G, what's up, man? He knows what's up. Here you go, Jay. This is for you.
Superman just needs some vitamin D.
That's what she said.
Very good. Very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
dude, like he got the shit kicked out of him for 6 months over all his comics. And it was really very hard to see and to read. Like he got beat up. He got beat to death.
Oh yeah.
It's always going to be like Luthor's going to get him with kryptonite and all that. Nope. He just got beat to death by a big ass alien. It was so great. It was really great.
Yeah. They straight like punched each other into died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good
the
story.
whole thing about how like Doomsday is just this hulking, like he's just walking across the country, like leaving this trail of destruction all the way to Metropolis.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming, but the way that they like built it up and laid it out, it was so good. I don't know.
Yeah, it was good. It was well done.
I love Doomsday. I love
it.
Like,
Was
Doomsday and Bane. They're just so good. So good.
Like Superman's death was on the news, man. I remember it made like the news and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And obviously, I was a kid, so I didn't understand like big money in comics. So I never thought for once that, they're not going to kill their biggest character. I thought they're going to kill their biggest character, not understanding the money behind it, right? So I
like the whole reign of the Supermen. I liked Cyborg Superman and the Eradicator and all that stuff. Like I was in. I was in. I liked it.
Right. Yeah, the four guys were fine. Just Clark should have been. She's a beaut, Clark. Yeah, Clark should have been, R.I.P.'d. Right? She's a beaut. Why do I think of Cousin Eddie every time I say Clark? Sorry, it's actually Kal-El, his Kryptonian name. Sorry. Holy frig.
Shitter was full.
Yeah. Shitter was full. Yeah.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head stapled to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now, Eddie. Action Joe Fig says, wait until the Black and Action Force 1944. Yeah. Did you know, Jay, that Mr. Vala is doing Valaverse in 1/18 scale?
Oh, nice. No, I did not.
And he blames me for it.
Dude, you're the inspiration. There you go. Well, you're like preaching the Lord scale so much that you just corrupting, inspiring people, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's also the guy with the world's largest 1/18 scale Steel Brigade collection. So it's not like he's against the scale.
Sure.
But, yeah. Jim Largo from Largo's Lair. Good to see you, my dude.
Been a while, buddy.
Xerxes, that's me, and his Screaming Goats would be kick-ass military sci-fi figure line. Just saying.
I would buy those for sure.
I would buy some tactical goats. 100%. Maybe I could crowdfund it. It'd probably do better than Shartimus Prime Street Humans. What's up, Shartimus? You fuck. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. F that dude. Moving on.
Jeez.
Lord of Brooklyn, BK for life. Yeah, he works at Hasbro headquarters. Hasbro is the industry leader. I couldn't even fucking get one sentence without laughing.
Oh, okay.
In action figure innovation, Hasbro headquarters. What's the over under on that, Jay? Do you think that's that bullshit?
Yeah, let's call it.
We're gonna call it.
Yeah, let's call it.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna.
I thought you were gonna hit that's that bullshit button.
That's that bullshit.
There we go.
See, I had to record that at San Diego Comic-Con because my original from Bad Boys 2 was I don't want to say it was getting stale, but it needed to be, got to pump those numbers
That's
up.
you yelling that? That's actually
Oh,
you?
yeah.
That's great.
In the crowded floor of San Diego Comic-Con with my phone held all the way over my head, I did this.
That's that bullshit.
Like, oh, who's that ruckus? What's that going on?
All these people are like, that's not positive. Our community doesn't appreciate that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and that's Smudge Customs. You need healthy competition. If not, you get lazy and complacent. Yeah.
But what happens when your competition
is
I'm talking like Mattel. I'm just going Hasbro Mattel. I was going to say what happens when your competition is also lazy. Hasbro Mattel, I'm not talking about Action Force. I was talking about those.
I mean, Hasbro actually bought up most of their competition and then just made it lazy and complacent, right? I mean, they bought Kenner.
Oh, yeah.
They bought Tonka. Then they licensed out Tonka and it went under.
It's what I wanted to talk about. The Origins line, which I used to speak very highly of. It's still a thing. So remember when that came out? It was an affordable line. I know I said this earlier, but it was an affordable line. Same style of figure as the OG, but upped articulation, and we take the elastic out. They're just built better. They look great. They're just different enough. I loved it. Price point was great. Castle Grayskull, $50, whatever it was, $60.
Oh, yeah.
Now I see the Snake Man headquarters is $400. How did we get here?
Oh, you know how.
Give me a break there, buddies. Like, no chance. No chance. That's crazy talk. So I'm supposed to flip over backwards because we finally get a Snake Man base when they just churn out that Horde shit? The Horde got gypped again, man.
Yep. Snake Lair. Here's Snake Lair. You know what? Super valid points. Thank you for bringing that up. And that's kind of the thing. They're like the big two corporate, looming dark clouds over your head when it comes to the toy industry. And you got one of them saying like, oh, we can't do play sets. The most we'll give you is like one wall of a hallway or part of a diorama. Nobody wants play sets. And then Mattel's like, oh, what do you want? Castle Grayskull? You want a new Eternia? Fucking here. And Hasbro's like, oh, we would have to crowdfund that. No, can't do that. Fucking night and day. It's so weird.
Yeah. But
Hasbro's like, oh, we can only do G.I. Joe in one scale and one line. And then Mattel's like, oh, you want Masters of the Universe like Revolution? You want Origins? You want the kids line? Boom, 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 boom. Mounts, vehicles, play sets.
So I thought it was a little outrageous that the Snake Man lair castle thing, whatever, is like $400. How did we get to that point? What did I miss?
I don't know.
Like that line was pretty all right. Like it's pretty affordable, even though I didn't like the price hike, which was doubled for each figure, by the way.
Yep.
It was still, I guess, on par with the rest. Sure, I get it. Got all the vehicles, everything great. You got some new guys, which I liked. They brought in all the Sun guys and all that stuff. Again, you have the classic characters and you have new characters all on board. So why is the Snake Lair $500, $400? Nobody knows.
Greed? I don't know.
Greed?
I mean, I'm just firing rounds in the dark here. I don't know.
That's some bullshit, buddy.
That's not bullshit. I already played it. So I'm not going to play it.
Telling you right now, it sucks.
Yeah, it does. Matt Tracker Rubin. Do you truly want to know who to thank for the death of Superman? Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
Okay.
The show wanted to do the wedding before the comic, so they did the death instead.
Lois, is that the Dean Cain, Terry Hatcher show?
I think so. Yeah.
That was after the Death Superman was 91. I remember that, the comic. So this was the Dean Cain show was after that? Is that what we're getting at here? I don't understand.
Matt.
I know, Matt, this is from 20 minutes ago, but Chad hates Kiss, so no, he says no. Gene Simmons didn't wave to him when he was a kid. He hates Kiss because of it. What can I say? Death was 93. Whoa, okay.
Yeah. The death of Superman, that was like the same time as Nightfall.
Oh, Infinity's 91. That's my bad. Infinity Gauntlet was 91. My bad. Actually, Jay, there you go. Okay, I got you now.
Okay. All right, cool. Way to go. Thanks.
Thanks, Matt. Matt always kicking butt. Kicking butt.
The chat will always keep us honest.
Yep.
Always. And then, you know, they have Sergeant Major Google right in front of them, so they'll always hook us up. Now, Matt probably just knows all this shit off the top of his head, but whatever.
Matt loves Superman. That's his guy. That's his guy.
Still Wind 87 sends a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. And says, I hear you about steaks, but folks cry if their favorites die. Jay?
Okay, well, there wasn't one of us who didn't cry when Prime died. Even if you liked the Decepticons more, everyone was upset. Because not only does he die, he gets fucking destroyed. And then he turns fucking gray and his head turns and it's fucking horrifying looking. Like, look what happened to Ratchet and Ironhide and Prowl and Brawn. They get fucking wrecked. So.
Oh, yeah. Like
they get wrecked. But is that not a good lesson? Because I think it is. Death is unfortunately a part of life. War is a part of life, and war is fucking terrifying. War is ugly. And that movie shows it very, very well in a way we never saw. Transformers would get shot in the little shoulder. They'd be like, oh, geez.
Yeah.
But like
next
in this
episode,
movie,
they're fine. Yeah.
This movie, they get fucking wrecked. So I think it made me appreciate Optimus Prime more, because as much as I love Hot Rod, I didn't love Rodimus Prime. So it made you look at Prime and be like, wow, he was good. Just like Picard, you know, made you maybe appreciate Kirk more, or vice versa. So I think it's good lessons for us, especially at a young age. Death is a part of life. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it.
Kirk all the way.
Right. It sucked when Obi-Wan died, became one with the Force. It sucked when Yoda died, but it happened.
Sucked when Qui-Gon died.
It did, but it happened. None of this multiverse. Oh, we could just go back into Peter Parker's.
Oh, yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Or they could go into the world between worlds and just whoop, pluck them out.
So stupid, dude. So dumb.
That's that multiverse shit right there.
That's the most laziest of all of the writing. Of all the Jedi. Hot Rod killed Optimus Prime. Down with Hot Rod. Lord of Brooklyn. Jeez.
Ooh. Hot take. Drew G says, I sent you an IG message and I looked at it and it's his Nightfall compendium.
Ooh, sick.
Good on you, my dude. 100%.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely. How long did DC stop printing comics after he died? Superman? We talking about Superman?
That I'm not sure.
No, because they went right into their reign of Superman.
Yeah, they never stopped making Superman books.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They just went right into it. No.
Oh God, Mo.
What's up, Mo?
It sucked
when Reva did not die.
Oh my God, I almost forgot about that character. I'm like, what the fuck is a Reva?
Yeah, Obi-Wan, right?
It sucked when Reva did not die. Sorry, not sorry. I stand by it. I've made a better story with her to actually. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, Mo, lightsabers aren't threatening anymore.
No. Because even Sabine got ran through. It's like, Qui-Gon Jinn's over there like, that's that bullshit. Like, she just took the same wound that I took. But
yeah.
But this goes back to our little chitty chat at the beginning about Aliens and Predator. And the more you put out content, like people have been saying, not stories, but content, the more you just like muddy it up. Now there's just like these random Force users freaking everywhere. It's not like how it used to be where it's like, there was the Purge, gone. Now it's just like, oh, well, you got Reva and you got Ahsoka and you got Sabine and you got Ezra and you got this one and that one and
dude,
Darth, whatever, the blind dude,
so
you got they're just everywhere. And it's like, no, man, just stop. Yoda, Obi-Wan, Luke in hiding, Leia doing whatever the shit she's doing on Alderaan. And then when we saw what she was doing on Alderaan, it sucked. Just leave it alone.
I'm sorry if you like Dave Filoni, that's fine. Have at it. But all of his cast of characters are so dull and boring. Like Kanan, and they try to make him the wise blind Jedi Master. Boring. Ezra, like I don't even know what that is. It's just horrible. It's horrible writing. The only one who's like even remotely interesting is I don't even know her name. The pilot. Who's the pilot?
Hera Syndulla.
Hera, thank you. Like she's the only
I
one.
can remember that, but I couldn't remember fucking Knights of the Old Republic. So that's how your brain works when you get one too many.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. We're moving forward positively in your community, there, buddy.
Shut up.
Can I make Chad's brain blow up? Gene Simmons is part of a great rock and roll community. There we go. Jay, don't listen to Chad. Impossible knows. One of my favorites. Always have, always will be. It's okay. It's okay to agree to disagree about Kiss. That's fine.
Anyway, Duke Sir says they took a break after Funeral for a Friend, didn't they? And then Drew G says 4 to 5 months, 3 months of Funeral for a Friend. And then I think Superman appeared in month 2 of Reign of Superman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't remember. Drew, you're probably right. Yeah. Like I said, dude, it was like, be sure to drink your Ovaltine. I was like, son of a bitch. And I remember I was just like, I'm not reading this stuff anymore. And then Jim Lee's X-Men, Magneto dies, but then he's back. It's like, okay, I see what's going on here. This all sucks. Because I'm just used to in Star Wars, right? The original Star Wars, somebody dies, they have a Force ghost, the good guys. That's fine. I get it.
But Tarkin didn't come back.
They're dead. Yeah. So.
Jake ZZ Funk. Man, it's great seeing Beachhead and Starduster back together again. Chad, Jay, what's up, guys?
What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Do it, dog!
Yeah, dude. Thank you for that. Are you Beachhead? Or are you Starduster?
Oh, Starduster, 100%.
Okay, so I'm Beachhead.
Yeah.
Where's that gold-plated goof-off Lieutenant Falcon?
Starduster doesn't even have a voice. He's just like, action stars, action stars. He existed. He didn't exist. You'll never know. Gene Simmons is in fact a tank. How do you take that? Oh, there's that picture again, Hal. I don't know how you take that. It doesn't bother me. Like I'm not his buddy or something, so it's okay.
Do it, Doug. Yeah. Obi-Wan went into exile because multiple paternity lawsuits. Where all the Jedi come from?
Manjosa, what a great name. That's amazing.
Oh, see, Cooter, look at Cooter got me.
Oh yeah. That's
anyway,
one of your things, yeah.
Mother Slug wants to know if he can be Chuckles.
Yeah, why not? Be who you want to be.
You'd have to never talk. And here, Cooter.
Just checking in. Have you drank water today? Did you eat? Did you take your meds?
Yep.
Why does Chuckles throw the Havoc rocket? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense, but I love that movie.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is a freaking awesome argument. When DC let Barry Allen die in the Crisis. Yeah, well, he
that I don't know that story.
Oh, so yeah, he ran to fix things and he basically ran himself into nothing. And then Wally West became the Flash. Great stories developed until they undid it. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Oh, Cliff didn't like neither did Nico. No.
Obi-Wan, to Tatooine, you must take the boy to be with his family. And no matter what the fuck happens, do not leave. Okay.
Don't leave the planet unless Bail Organa guilts you.
All right, master. I'll go work at the fishery, even though there's no fish on Tatooine, but I'll go work there 8 to 12 hours a day.
What a great dragon or something.
What a fucking life this is. This is Bail Organa. I need you to come get my daughter because I'm not a good babysitter. But I was told here to watch the boy. Yeah, but don't worry about that over here. I need you to go get Leia and destroy the cannon. I'm sorry, I'm going off again. Go ahead.
Oh, 100%. Batstan says Chuckles is secretly the Hulk because he throws missiles.
Facts, Batstan. 100%.
What about this conspiracy theory? Chuckles is Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is Chuckles. 2 arguments for that. 1.
Oh, he doesn't talk. Yeah.
No.
Blonde?
Well, okay, 3 arguments. 1, he doesn't speak. So either he's mute or he chooses not to speak, whatever. 2, the only year that Snake Eyes was not produced as a figure was the 1 year that Chuckles was available. 3, anytime Snake Eyes would sneak away from the pit or Fort Wadsworth, he would wear a Hawaiian shirt and the mask and the glasses. Discuss. Correct. That theory is accurate.
I mean, yeah. It's accurate, but I no, I don't think so.
I think all 3 of those points are factually accurate. However, does that mean that Snake Eyes and Chuckles are the same person? I don't know.
No, I would say just from memory, Chuckles is a lot bigger body-wise than Snake Eyes. He's just beefier. The guy picked up a missile, for God's sakes. Like, if you look at them in the cartoon, I'm just saying.
What do you think about how this guy feels? Do you think? How do you think he feels about it?
Chuckles, Snake Eyes, no, get lipsed. With all due respect.
Damn. At least he said, with all due respect. Fucking hell. Good Lord. I'd buy that for $1. Can I have you both? Yeah.
No, I
but
think.
Have you ever seen Batstan and Chuckles in the same place at the same time?
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
No, I don't know.
How come we got a Chuckles figure, but we never got Big Lob? Does anybody know the answer to that? Because I've always wondered. Like, given especially Chuckles, didn't say anything, and Big Lob has a lot to say.
Fred, wait, is Chuckles dead? But get it? Hey, Jay.
Justin with the one gifted. Let's go.
Thank you, Justin, for gifting that channel membership. This is for you.
Wolverines! Hell yeah!
Nice.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much, Justin Booth, for gifting that channel membership, and congratulations or apologies, depending, to BNB Toys for receiving that gifted channel membership. By all means, go look through all of the chat hole content. Welcome to the party, pal. That's what I need.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah. Come out to the coast. We'll have a couple of laughs.
Oh, yeah.
But my good friend Keith from KB Jodographs wants to know, but does Chuckles have an Arashikage tattoo?
No, don't think so.
No, he doesn't.
But I mean, if Chuckles is in fact Snake Eyes, I'm sure a ninja can put a little bit of like disguise paint on his arm over here. I'm just saying,
Yeah. Actually, in the special mission comics, Chuckles and Snake Eyes were in a multi-issue mission together with Scarlet Knights. Fuck!
I guess more importantly, what is the point of Chuckles standing there like a new recruit? Is he spying on Beachhead or something? Like, I don't understand. What will be the point of that?
Damn it. The Council of Jeffs has to ruin my day. Press F to pay respects to my stupid theory. It wasn't even my theory. I just thought it was always funny to say people's feathers.
You have done well.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think we pretty much hit everything. Oh, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth with that. You know what else I need? I need the filthy pirate hooker because I'm not putting up with this shit.
I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Gone.
That's the guy from Fallout. Community wins again. And
Walton Goggins.
Walty Goggy.
Walton Goggins.
Walter.
Jeff says sorry. You're not sorry. Ooh, or here you go. Maybe Chuckles was Kamakura, which would still be Snake Eyes, technically, actually.
Pretty sure they're just trying to sell toys, and they just didn't have anything or any screen time for Chuckles. And like I said, I don't know about you guys, but when I saw Chuckles, I made fun of him. The Hawaiian shirt and all that. I'm like, no, I do not want this figure. Now, of course, he's like super cool now, right? But back then, I was like, no,
he's not cool. So
he's cool.
I wear
Chuckles
Hawaiian shirts or aloha shirts, however you want to freaking articulate that, because they breathe and they're comfortable, and I like to wear them, and it never fails. Somebody always says, "Hey, Chad, is that your Chuckles costume?" It was funny the third time I heard that bullshit.
So guy understands who gives a shit. We got to make that a thing, chat. Who gives a shit? Because when you say that, it makes everything like deflated. And it's like, yeah, why are we even fucking talking about this?
You know what I do to deflate stuff?
What?
Just tell me something. I don't care what it is. Just read. You know what? Read this comment. How about
Jim says new theory.
Yeah, that's great.
Snake Eyes died in there. Every Snake Eyes appearance is a different Joe filing. Is it a mission? What? Can't even read anymore, buddy.
Anyway, that's what I do every once in a while when I want to be a total ass. If someone's talking, I just go, "Yeah, that's great," and I just cut them off. So, yeah.
It's not very nice. That's not very community of you. Kiss is trash, but Chuckles sucks. I subbed again, Jay. Thank you, Zakanin. I'm not in Kiss, so I mean it's okay. You guys can say that. Like I'm not.
Diffuse King for the win.
Walton
Goggins is about 3 minutes away from finally admitting he has a 7 head instead of a 4 head.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I like Walkie Goggy and Fallout.
Here we go.
No, actually, Kamakura is the son of Wade Collins and would be too young at the time. Special mission.
Oh my god, I've never been so sweaty.
Which is
crazy talk. This is crazy talk.
They're turning on us, Jay.
No.
Turning on us.
100%. Community doesn't do that.
Community.
Hey, Scott Hughes says Ahsoka is better if you mute the audio and just fast forward to the cake, i.e. the booty shots.
I don't know about that, but Scott, I will say,
when did Hera's got a dump truck in that show?
When did Star Wars become unfun? Because all the characters are just standing around like this with their arms crossed and like,
oh yeah. You want to here's acting in Ahsoka.
It's like lighten up. You got a lightsaber on your belt. I mean, that's got to be a pretty good start to your day, right?
You need to make swooshing sounds and stuff. Yeah. Star Wars became unfun with The Last Jedi.
That's true. That's
actually
true.
Yeah. Kamakura is a better name than Throwdown. Matthew Matson. Jay admits being a sweaty nerd.
Matthew, I do. It's 100%. It's so hot in this room. It's great. I love it.
Greg, where did you send said picture? Inquiring minds want to know. Headcanon. Kiss may suck, but they also can comfort themselves with their millions upon millions of dollars. Yep. 100%. They still suck.
I'm not in Kiss. Like, I don't understand. Like, I want to be in Kiss, but I'm not in Kiss. They're retired anyway.
You would be a good drummer for Kiss.
That's what I said to my guidance counselor, and she laughed.
Would you be Peter Criss? What would you do?
Oh, Peter Criss is terrible. He's a jazz drummer, man. Wrong style, buddy. Wrong style. Get the fuck out of here, that crap.
HGC. Chad, I have not sent you anything on IG today. Well, thank you for that. Or boo. Oh, okay, Greg sent it to Instagram. The actress who played Hera is Ewan McGregor's?
Yes. That's true.
Actually, he's also the nephew of Dennis Lawson.
I knew that.
That is Wedge Antilles. By the way, he was.
I already said that. Oh, dude. So Greg Harris just sent me this picture of his custom 6-inch Big Lob.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Love it.
Very cool, Greg.
I love a 6-inch.
He even has a little Joe Pro on it. I like it. That looks like
The bandolier from a Series 1 Duke.
actually. Probably not. So
thoughts on the Halloween stream?
Yeah. I've actually thought about that already. Next week I have Jersey Maniac on. The week after that I will be off because I have band stuff going on. And then the week after that will be my birthday stream. So suck it. Yeah, I'm already thinking about Halloween this year. Yep. Yep. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, live action Hera, for those who wish to check out. No.
My God.
I don't need to go look up actors just to see their butts.
He does that off stream.
No.
Well, I mean, kind of, sort of, you do. I mean,
Look, I'm not saying, I'm just saying I have a perfectly amazing dump truck that lives in my house. I'm married to it. I see it every day. And every day I say, that's the best ass in the world.
I get it, but you can be aware that there's other women. It doesn't mean you're a bad person, man. It's okay. It's okay. You can Google.
I don't need to go like this out
truck.
just to see a butt.
I want to see Willy Woggin's dump
I'm not
truck.
like a fucking square or anything, but you know.
Who, Willy Woggins? What are we talking about?
This is what we're talking about. Jay, you want to read this, please?
Jim says, I'm currently wearing, I thought that it said Ahsoka. Aloha shirt with no pants, no regrets. Yeah, buddy.
No raggarts. There you go.
We need to do it, Doug, for Jim. Come on, let's get that going.
Speaking of the chat turning on us, Headcanon said, this is what you get from the chat after about hour 3.
And I got to say, God bless you guys for being here.
I thought it was because of all the nightmare fuel that I keep subjecting people to. Like after a while, they just like run out of patience. And then they're like, we're going to Lord of the Flies you now, motherfucker. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. You know, all of my YouTube prowess is thanks to this guy right here.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, it is true. It's 100% true. I completely cut my proverbial YouTube teeth thanks to you.
Good, Anakin. Good. You have
let the hate flow.
Let the hate throw Willy Woggin's bag. Whoa. It's getting hot and sweaty in here, boys. Getting hot and sweaty.
Chad will be the Noid for Halloween. Come on, Chad, make it so. Chad only has eyes for one dump truck. Damn straight. Jay. Oh, look at this. Booty discussion. Let's go. No. We're winding it down. We're not getting sweatier. What's so you're almost to 150,000 subs on YouTube, dude.
Yes, sir.
How did it feel to get that silver play button? I know you and I kind of chatted about it, like actually on the phone, but how did that feel?
It's surreal. I've never really won anything in my life, so that was great, man. And I know that a lot of YouTubers poo-poo on it. But you know what, man? You can't see it in the frame. It's on my wall right there. But to me, it means everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just the only thing I've really wanted to do other than be in Kiss, but apparently they already have a job.
Well, because they
was do YouTube. And I really think that conversation I had with Ken from Toy Connections, and shout out to Ken, really changed the channel. And so I still shout out Ken all the time because he's an awesome guy and he gave me some great advice. And as soon as I changed course, that was it. That was it. So hell yeah. Chad's in the chat.
Oh, yeah. I was just responding to Hal, but I was listening to you.
Thank you, Cooters. I appreciate you. Thank you.
And you guys came back after, actually, I don't know the number of years, 12 years, 13 years. You did Nintendo Quest when you guys were young. And that kind of like drove your direction for what you wanted to do. And I remember, like, before you and I became IRL friends, watching that and listening to what you said about Dave Grohl and his whole story about what he told his mom and what he wanted to do, and his mom was just like, yep, right. And then like you and Rob, and you guys jump in this vehicle and you go do this freaking awesome quest, and it like changes trajectories for everybody. Now Rob's like a freaking award-winning documentary director and all this stuff, with Mr. Dress Up, and well-deserved because you guys both work your asses off. And to me, Jay and Rob, the Jay and Rob Toy Show, are the original Batman and Robin and always will be. You and Rob are the dynamic duo. I love your guys' chemistry together, and it's, well, that's very kind of you, and well, that's me. I'm very kind and I'm Canadian and all that. Like the way you guys just play off each other. And then, so you did Nintendo Quest, then you did Action Figure Adventure Season 2, and then you guys came back well over a decade later and did N64 Quest. Now Super Nintendo Quest is in like its preliminary stages. What
yeah, we're writing it right now. It's gonna start shooting this year or early next year. We're still on the fence about that, but it's happening. And again, the whole YouTube thing, it's not that I don't want to do toy content. You just have to be really focused. And it's just a choice I had to make. So don't think for a second, guys, I don't miss the Versus show. Of course I do. But it took a long time to build. And the gamescape, I will say, too, is a lot easier to grow. I will say that. The toys for me was really difficult. It was really a hard grind. And I got tired of the chase, especially in Canada, because what I used to do was unboxing videos, right? So go get the latest Marvel Legend and unbox it. Upload the work on my 2 days off from EB Games to edit the video, put it up, and then to see that 10 other toy tubers already had it a month ago. So for me, it was a grind.
Yeah.
What made my channel was the Versus show that we did, and then the game live streaming. And then when I started doing the history of video games, then that's when it just went that way. But I have all you guys to thank. There's a lot of you I don't see anymore, and I totally understand because I just do video games and I get it. But I do miss you guys. I really do. Miss hanging with Chad. I miss our Friday nights. I miss talking about dump trucks and butts and all that stuff.
There's a butt right there.
There you go. Oh my God, Hal.
She said he was going to
go, boys. There you go.
There it is. I'll put the man's ass up against that. That's fine. I'm going to ask this. You can either answer it or no comment it or whatever. Cliff said, did not disappoint. Jake says, you guys rock almost as good as Kiss.
Yes, Jake. Yes. That's supposed to be Vince McMahon, or not Vince McMahon. Vince. Wait, who is Carson's
Ed
sidekick?
McMahon.
Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon.
Remember, I said long ago that I was the Ed McMahon to your Johnny Carson because you would say all this stuff, and I would go, "Yep."
He'd be like, "You're right.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
You are correct, sir.
You are correct, sir."
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Oh my god.
Scott just keeps throwing us up on the screen.
That's AI.
That's Scott
not
doing
real.
that.
That's not.
Anyway. Okay, Scott, thank you. So I'm going to ask, any further talk, plans, conversation, research into, maybe a certain city where Rob used to live that you like to visit for Super Nintendo Quest? Notice how I left that city vague?
All I gotta say is it's gonna be cool to finally meet you next year. So
yes,
yeah, we're going for sure. Yep.
You guys heard it first. This fucking face, Super Nintendo Quest. Oh,
you're gonna be in it for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I love you, dude.
Buddy.
I love you.
Yeah,
So
I love you too. Hal says it's a real person. All right, buddy. I believe you. I believe you.
I'm sure it is. Yeah. Look at Greg. Greg's an enabler. He's like, oh, you need to make that. Oh, no. Okay. It moved. You need to make that picture bigger, actually, Hal Jordan, for research purposes.
Can you hear me? Is this working? My mic just unplugged. Can you hear me?
It's like coming from your computer.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Just be a sec.
Okay.
Keep talking.
HGC says, I've got a real Super Nintendo Entertainment System game for Bartlett for reals.
Is that good? Is that
computer?
Computer. Buddy, just use the keyboard. How quaint.
How quaint.
Yes, HGC. Buddy, we already talked about that. Yep. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
That'd be cool. Awesome. Super cool. Look at this. I started this a couple of minutes ago, but I wanted to give it the moment that it needed. Read this, please.
Our good buddy Mo says, I'm only a member of 2 YouTube channels now, and it's Jay and Chad. Yes. Very good, sir. Very good.
You know what he gets for that?
Mo.
Do it, dog!
Do it, Doug.
That's high praise. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate you very much, man. Yeah. And then HGC says, I will find a way to hand that sucker off to you, Jay.
There's going to be extensive travel, dude, so I'm sure we can make it happen. I'm sure we can make it happen.
ColecoVision.
Nice.
You have an Intellivision, right? I mean, you have like every system.
I don't know. I've never owned a Coleco. Never once in my life. I have Intellivision.
You have Intellivision, right?
Yeah.
Because I saw that on one of your room tours. I was like, yeah, Intellivision.
Yeah.
Dude, I had ColecoVision as a kid. Playing Donkey Kong on that, like after coming off the Atari 2600, I was like, dude, I was blown away by ColecoVision. I didn't remember the controller, but
the Atari was ugly. Like the games are ugly, dude.
What's up, Initial Goose? Did you leave and come back? I thought I saw a comment from you earlier, or maybe that was in the member stream. I don't remember. I'm sorry. If that was in the member stream, I apologize. Sometimes I forget why I walk into the next room. It happens. I have my moments. Jay, would you read this, please?
Chet says, didn't think I'd see this sexy shirt. And you're one of the peeps I've been following for a while on YouTube. Nice, Chad. Real nice. Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, my dude.
Love it.
Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I had a text regarding the shirt. It literally got here Well, it's probably sitting in the mailbox since yesterday. I'll be honest, because it's Sunday. I don't know. Oh, I had to put something in the mailbox, and then there was a package in the mailbox. And I was like, I didn't order anything. And I opened it and I was like, yes. And then I just threw it on and came out here and it was like, boom, boom. So yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you very much. Greg Harris, I had an Intellivision and He-Man and the Masters of the Universe game. Oh yeah. And freaking Q-Bird on ColecoVision. Poof. Yeah. Dude, let me ask you a question. Speaking of games, right? And we talk about like the power of pop culture and nostalgia and all this shit for the past 3 hours, 35 minutes, and 26 seconds. Actually. Give me your over-under on this. Modern, I don't care what engine, you know, Unreal or whatever the engine is, a modern Pitfall game. Or would somebody say that that's just Uncharted or Tomb Raider?
Yeah, that's what it would be.
It
would be. I mean, with Pitfall and stuff like that, I mean, you could even say like the modern Indiana Jones games, right? Because it's like the Tomb Raider, like that's what it is.
Yeah,
I think there was Super Pitfall on Super Nintendo, I believe. But I remember that commercial, dude, had Jack Black in it, man. Like that's
right. Yeah, they did update Pitfall. Scott Hughes says, my ability to remember lyrics from 1985 songs far outweigh my ability to remember why I walked into the room.
And Scott, it's better that you remember the lyrics, buddy. That's way better. So,
Mother Slug, come on, answer the question I know Jay is dying to answer.
Which one?
What question? Which one?
Which one, buddy?
Did we miss something? Oh, man. I hope we didn't. Oh, here we go.
Well, what's in
trivia question? What did Mario Brothers first release on?
Oh,
wasn't it in arcade?
Like home console, I have it on 2600. That's the earliest version I know, besides like the arcade cabinet. But
where they were like the plumbers.
Yeah, it was a 2-player simultaneous 2-player game. It was very different.
Yeah, where you just run. Yeah.
Yeah.
James Lucas, I can still hear Pitfall Atari 2600 sound effects. 100%.
Donkey, no. Well, he was called Jumpman.
Well, that was Mario, but he was Jumpman. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't Mario. It wasn't Mario and Luigi, the Plumber Brothers. It wasn't any.
I thought you meant like the Mario
Jumpman.
Brothers game. Yeah.
And that was the cool thing in the movie where Jumpman is like his grandfather or his father.
Yeah.
They kind of tied all that in. Yeah. That was the Easter eggs in that movie were awesome.
And they weren't like too in your face, like every couple of seconds. It was just like little hints, right? They announced the second one
on the sign. Yeah,
the second one that's Mario Galaxy. That's pretty cool. Second movie. It's gonna be great.
I'm glad they made it animated.
Oh yeah.
Isn't Zelda gonna be live action?
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's chasing that Lord of the Rings fucking crowd or something. I don't. Should have animated it. Like, whatever happened to like compounding on successes and learning from failures, you know, or even learning from those successes? Like, why?
Oh, now we're talking. Now you're talking his language, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. There you go.
Yep.
Captain N live action.
I don't know if it wouldn't feel the same though. You know, there's something about Pitfall where you have to jump from the alligator's heads and you have to get on that vine and swing. There's something about just that side scrolling that makes it unique. Like if you had to do that, you know, I mean, yeah, I get it. Tomb Raider, Indie, you know, Uncharted, whatever, they all have their different flavors, but Pitfall has its own. And Russian Attack, you know, when you're trying to move from left to right, because heroes always go left to right, right? Castlevania, Metroid, all that stuff. when you're going from left to right and they just the way that they rush out at you, rush and attack.
Yeah.
And you have to time it, and then the later guys will jump over you if you lie down and with the knife. And like, I don't think now maybe if you did it almost like Shadow Complex, where it's at like 2.5D kind of a game, I could probably get behind that.
Look at that deep cut from like 2011.
Shadow Complex.
Whoa.
I know a couple of things about a couple of things. I'm just saying. I liked Shadow Complex.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Impossible Pie, speaking my language too. I just want to play the original Russian Attack. It is on Switch. You can get it from the store. Switch 2. Thoughts? You've got one. I've got one. Vast improvement. I mean, I see that like the physical obvious improvements or updates. What are your thoughts?
The only thing I was bummed about was that it looks exactly the same as the original. And I come from where my favorite consoles were when the Japanese and the North American ones look different, right? And they look like G.I. Joe vehicles, like the Jaguar and stuff like that. Like, I love stuff like that. So to see it be the exact same thing again was kind of bummy. But on the other hand, if it ain't broke, you know what I mean? Like, you're never going to go back to a portable formula on its own. So where are you going to go from here?
Yeah. Speaking of which, Hal Jordan says, I miss the original PSP. Speaking of portable format. And Zakanan says, I don't condone violence against animals. None of us do. But those dogs in Russian Attack can suck it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't feel bad in Resident Evil, because they're always zombie dogs. So I don't feel bad.
Oh, yeah. Man, I will tell you, like, speaking of like what pop culture does to us and how all those memories will stay with us for certain things, like the first time you see the Star Destroyer come over, the screen in 1977 or whenever you saw it. The first time I played Resident Evil was in the dark. I remember the apartment I lived in. It was like a kind of like a sub level. So like half basement, half not, right?
Yep.
Playing it in the dark, sitting on the couch. Did not expect that fucking dog to jump through the window in that hallway. And I had a moment.
It's good.
And I will never forget that. Never. Every time I play that game, I'm like, oh, here it comes.
And it's great because after you do the stuff outside in the guardhouse, and when you come back in the mansion, you just hear the same hallway. You hear little taps. And then you look up, and it's the fucking giant tarantulas. And you're like, oh, my God. Dude, that hallway is legendary for both those reasons. It's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
So cool.
Or how it just gets worse, right? And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm done with the dogs and the fucking bees and all this stuff. No lickers.
Yeah.
Or not lickers, the weird little
they're called hunters, actually.
Yeah,
and they were
hunters.
actually designed after Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sorry. Actually.
That's why I love you. The hunters, yes. With the big ass claws.
Yep.
They just hit you once.
They hurt you.
Oh, yeah, they hurt. Yeah, you can't walk that off. So
yeah.
Oh, Mo says I always felt a little bad for the doggies in Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, speaking of Wolfenstein, you, Rob, ipso facto, 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. That is so cool that he's doing that freaking Doom documentary.
Yeah. I'm excited to be a part of that too. It's going to be great. John Romero, who is a legend in video gaming, created Wolfenstein and Doom and basically the first-person shooter genre as we know it. So the fact that Rob gets to take on that project is just amazing.
100%. BK for Life from Hasbro headquarters. Are you... Hey, BK for Life, are you still in Pawtucket, or did you already make the move to Boston with your bullshit?
Boston for the coffee. Nope. I used to have the DC, I think DC Unlimited Warcraft ones. I think that's what they were, but I don't have the recent ones. I've seen them, but I don't play despite having the Wrath of the Lich King. I just love the artwork from that expansion pack, but I don't play it anymore. So yeah, I didn't get the new ones. They're pretty cool though.
There you go. Yeah. And then Scott Hughes says Doom 3 had some great jump scares, especially if you played on PC with the surround sound plugged in and a good system. Look, Arkham Asylum's got some freaking awesome jump scares too. Like you're like, oh, I need to go down this hallway. Hey, what's this door? And then freaking Killer Croc's just like smash into the window. Good. Or when you go into the morgue and there's nothing going on, and then you turn and you're like, oh, why are there 3 body bags? And then like you see mom and dad, and then the third one, no, that's Scarecrow.
Dude, I have a sealed PS4 copy of Arkham Asylum and the second one. What's the second one?
City.
Yeah, I still have. I got it for Christmas like years ago from an ex's mom, and I just never opened it for whatever reason. But all this talk of you and Batman, it makes me want to like crack this baby open and go for it. You know, like I haven't played those in forever. They're so good. Way better than the Spider-Man games. And I know it's like apples and oranges, but
yeah, it is apples and oranges. But
I still prefer.
Yeah, I'm kind of more into the Batman stuff. Yeah, Hal Jordan says, "Do it, Doug J.
Do it." Thank you, Hal.
So many times it's just random. I'll just be doing nothing, and I'll just hear in my head that frickin' do 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 from Arkham Asylum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and just like Hamill's Joker is so great in that. It's amazing game.
Nowhere Manchild says Chad shares jump scares all the time, depending on how you feel about his clips.
Chad, how insensitive of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, Jay, I had a freaking blast hanging out with you.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Too long, my friend.
We'll have to do this. We'll have to do this again sometime for sure.
Yeah. Sooner rather than later. I love you. I can't really say I've missed you because I mean we talk all the time, but I've missed this. I've missed this a lot.
Me too. Thank you, chat. It's good to see some of you that I haven't seen in a long time. Appreciate you very much. Those of you who watch my content, if you're into gaming, make sure you come on over. I just put my name in the chat for you. We'd love to have you. I stream 5 days a week. New video every week as well. So come on over.
Hell yeah. And for those of you who maybe don't, all of Jay's links are in the description as always, because I'm cool like that. So Jay, I love you very much. I'm super proud of you. I'm happy for you. Once again, just as friends, I'm sorry about Liam. So.
Thanks, dude. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a hard summer losing my boy, but you were there right away because you've been there. We've all been there. We've all lost someone important to us. So
yeah, you were there for me when my brother died.
Yeah,
so I mean that's what friends do. Give all my love to Lisa. I'm sure she's sneaking around somewhere.
Aye.
As is customary around these parts, you're going to sign us out.
Thank you for the sub, Greg. Appreciate it. The only thing I do is like the Luke Skywalker when he walks into Jabba's palace, he does this. Is that what you mean, like a hand sign, or what do you mean? I don't know. Well, you just did the Father, Son, Holy Spirit thing, like.
Oh yeah. No,
well, this my Jedi. This is my religion. The Jedi prayer. Okay. Anyway, Chad will be with you guys next week, and remember. Community for life. Community is the best. Kiss is the best rock band ever. And I was once a part of Kiss, but not really. No, for real. You guys are awesome. And thank you for taking care of my Chad. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Love you, Bardo.
Love you, buddy.
how insensitive of you.
Community, and community.